Far Beyond the Void is an original Dungeons & Dragons actual play live stream and is recommended for mature audiences. It may contain descriptions of graphic violence, coarse language, horror themes, supernatural themes, terribly lame jokes, and more fun stuff.
Good evening, everyone, and thank you for joining us for episode 3 of Far Beyond the Void, our persistent homebrew actual play Spelljammer live stream.
We are persistent.
We are persistent.
Very.
You've got to give us
Extremely.
points for persistency. Don't you hate it when completely free software just doesn't do exactly what you want it to do? But anyway, this is the situation that we find ourselves in, so let's just dive straight into it. That has thrown me completely out, so if my DMing is subpar, blame Twitch, blame OBS, send them your emails, don't send them to me, because it's all their fault. And I'm going to go on.
Zero accountability.
Zero accountability. That should be the tagline for this channel. Zero accountability. It's the way I live my life. Hopefully it all holds together. Thank you, Ali. So, where was I? I don't even know anymore. So at the end of last week's episode, correct me if I'm wrong here, but you guys had boarded the Astral Leaves, this living ship Spelljammer. The Autumn Leaves. Thank you, Mark. Don't ever correct me again. You boarded the Autumn Leaves, a living ship Spelljammer gifted to you by the Star Warden, Kukulane. You found upon that ship a tree. Turned out it wasn't a tree. It was a treant called Sliverbark. And he had a real thing for forgetting people's names and saying it had been a really, really long time. But more than that, he also gave you guys a riddle. Now, after the end of last week's episodes, I had a chat with a couple of the players, and they actually managed to solve the riddle after the episode. I'm going to get you guys to hold on to that. Okay? Don't blurt out the answer yet, because I'm going to give it to the chat right now. If someone can figure out before the end of this episode, who knows? Maybe I'll fucking give you something. I don't know. Don't Google it though.
What was the riddle again?
The riddle was. I'm so glad you asked, because now I have to look it up, because I don't have it up anymore because of that whole shit show that just happened. I
can tell you.
No, I want to say it. All right, where is it? I have it here somewhere. I have it here. Oh yes, here we go. I have been, but cannot be, yet all around you see evidence of me. What am I? People in the chat, if you know the answer to this riddle, chuck it in the chat. Someone gets it right. Hey, maybe, just maybe, I'm not promising anything here, I'll give the players a little bit of benefit. Who knows? But I don't make any promises. Because
Is it a DM?
Broke. Is it a DM? No, I don't feel like that's the correct answer. Nice try though.
Points for effort.
So yeah, that was Sliverbark, and you guys departed on this Spelljammer. I think it took 2 or 3 days. You actually failed your navigation check. I think is the term that we've adopted for it. So basically, when you're traveling at jamming speed, which is 10 million miles per day, you have to make a check, which is 10 times the crew complement of the ship, which is for this ship 8, so 80. You actually did quite well. I think you got in the 50s, 60s, something like that. So hats off to you, but it wasn't quite enough. And basically the way that translates, it's been a little bit of a, how do I put it? It's been a bit of a rough journey so far. Every now and then the Spelljammer slips out of jamming speed. You have to adjust the sails and all that kind of stuff. You know that you're not making quite as much progress as you would like to. But on the flip side of that, you're learning a lot about how to pilot a Spelljammer, and that's got to be worth something, right?
Definitely.
All right. So we just get straight into it?
Maybe.
Yeah.
We have an answer in chat, which I think is close enough.
All right. What is it?
History.
That'll do. History
Yes.
is correct. It's the past.
Little Koshi.
Good work,
Legend.
little Koshi. I don't know who you are, but you're smarter than all of
I
my
do.
players.
It's Koshi, but tiny.
Yeah, it's like Big Koshi. Yo, you Big Koshi's
Miniature Koshi.
brother? I don't know.
And you win
And you win.
bragging rights.
Bragging rights, correct.
Oh
So-
no, don't give him that.
Jump in our Discord. Let everyone know that you're the person that figured out my very first riddle for Far Beyond the Void. But don't worry, there's going to be plenty more where that came from. And the fun thing is, I'm running them myself as the DM. I'm actually doing something which a DM is supposed to do, and that's come up with things. Which is a nice change, because generally speaking, I just steal all of my ideas from people that are better than me. Alright.
To be fair, that's all anyone ever does anymore.
Yeah,
anyway, so
pretty
that's
much.
Okay.
They
Yeah.
just re-released the new HD re-releases of things that they did in the past. So keep your eyes out for the HD re-release of Out of the Abyss. It's going to be spectacular. Alright, who wants to play some Dungeons and Dragons?
100%. I would have been so sad if this got cancelled.
I don't even know if I
Same,
want to
I
do
would've
it
been
anymore.
devastated.
I'm way too stressed now. But
We need to hire you a masseuse.
yeah, you should. And
We
they need to be called Sven.
What about Spain?
Yeah, Sven.
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 Spain.
It's a good name.
Would you take a Gertrude?
No, probably not. I draw the line at Gertrude, unfortunately. It's a thin line, but it's a line
Sorry to all
nonetheless.
the Gertrudes out there that were crushing on Sven.
Come at me,
We
come
love
at me,
you all the
Gertrude. Come at me.
Gertie.
Gertie. It's just not a sexy name, is it? It's not
Good
the-
old dirty Gertie.
It's not the kind of name you can call out
That's good.
in the moment of ecstasy. It just doesn't do. It just doesn't do it. I'm sorry. Oh, Gertie, no.
Moving right along.
Anyway, let's play some Dungeons and
Yeah,
Dragons.
the chat has spoken. Thanks, Sexy Aussie. Ill, please stop. I agree.
Yeah, that'd be great. Thank
I disagree.
You so much.
That's going to be the bonus episode for this. All right, let's play some Dungeons and Dragons because I got the ambience going.
No.
It's playing in my ear. Let's get into fantasy realm, but
Yay!
not the Gertie fantasy realm. That's a different one.
No.
Silver. Grey vortexes spin and pirouette around each other. Not unlike me and Gertie. In a dazzling display of primordial energy. Fathomless and unknowable to mortal minds, through this great and awesome sea, a lone vessel glides effortlessly through the void. Its gold and vermilion sails gently rippling in the arcane winds, the rustling of Sliverbark's silvery leaves, the closest thing to home that any of you have felt in a long time, now lay dormant. You've somehow lost track of time as you've travelled through the astral sea, and you feel no hunger nor fatigue. Over the course of the last couple of days before you crossed into the astral sea, Patch and Sliverbark have been spending a lot of time together in silent meditation under the stars, recalling ancient knowledge and sharing druidic secrets. Mark, how does this time with Sliverbark manifest itself with your character mechanically?
Mechanically, I have dropped a level of Twilight Cleric because I'm shying away from the abilities that were given to me by this fallen deity that I found out has been dead all along. And so I'm leaning more into, or Patch is leaning more into his druidic nature. And so I am now, rather than level 2 druid, level 2 cleric, level 1 barbarian, I've dropped 1 cleric level and added that onto druid. So I now have access to 2nd level druid spells and am a little bit more just druidy in nature. I still have some of my cleric stuff going on, but not all of it. I no longer have the little cool aura I had that did temporary HP, but I do still have my initiative buff and my 300 feet of dark vision for now. But 3rd level druid spells.
Can't wait to get rid of that.
2nd level. Yep.
Alright. Amazing. And you guys find yourself drifting to the astral sea, and like I explained, it's this awe-inspiring miasma of dazzling silver energies that dance and mingle with one another. And while you're here, it's this unsettling feeling. You have lost track of the passing of time. None of you have felt any hunger since coming here. None of you have felt any type of tiredness or fatigue. What are the rest of you doing while you travel through the astral sea? Let's you know what? Let's start with Dranbalas. What is Dranbalas doing?
Dranbalas is exploring the ship and his new astromancy archive, becoming familiar with it, trying to learn its curiosities and tricks and spells, as well as taking lots of notes in his spell book as well, and just generally loitering around the boat with his little bat on his shoulder.
His bat. Have we ever given the bat a name? I can't remember if we named the bat.
No, it's just bat.
It's just bat. Okay.
Yeah.
By the end of tonight's episode, we need a name for the bat, because I'm not going to let that slide.
Oh, no, it has its name. Its name is Bat.
No. I'm not allowing it.
No.
No.
Oh, could we call it, like, I feel like it would have some, like, sort of, like, British name. Like Sir something the Fifth. Like, Dranbalas seems like that kind of pet owner.
So it flaps a lot.
Yeah, that's about right. Yeah. Accurate.
Well, I was going to say, this isn't Critical Role. We have clever names for our characters. So.
Ouch!
Ah, burn! If you're watching Critical Role, people, take it. Come at me. Sorry, guys. I'm on fire tonight.
All the viewers I managed to garner from the.
We love you and your work. But yeah.
Come get me. You know where to find me. I'm on Discord. So yeah, we'll need a name by the end of tonight's episode. You need to have one locked in. But you're below deck or in the captain's quarters. Where are you hiding while you're doing this?
At the moment, I'm in the captain's quarters, kicking back on the chair, looking over the desk, studying my notes that I've taken regarding magic, trying to understand a couple of things, like where we are, how this is possible, what is actually propelling the ship. Is it like arcane energy of some sort or kind? And also our new tree friend, I'm trying to understand how that's even possible as well, and sort of looking around the ship and how the tree intertwines with the boards of the ship itself. I did notice some strange liquid down near the roots of the tree down below, and I am curious. I do have some questions.
Okay. So how do you want to approach that situation? Do you want to go down there, have a look, or what do you want to do?
I'd say during that time, as he's been around, he's had a look. He's noticed it. He'd probably go and have a quiet word in a roleplay sense to Lady Verena.
All right. Well, let's switch scenes here. Let's go over to Lady Verena. While you're traveling to the astral sea, just this miasma of silvery grey energies, home of the gods themselves, what are you doing?
Verena is most definitely working away, trying to repair the ship, to put it back into the condition that it probably was when Kukaleen had it. She's also probably giving a disdainful look at Patch every second that he walks by her, feeling a sense of unease.
If you're downstairs, Patch won't walk by you at all. He hasn't come below decks.
Well, she would be upstairs repairing what she can. Yeah.
Patch is basically when he's not, and even I guess even when he is talking to the tree, because it's not that far apart, he's basically sitting in the chair, just like Like really, it almost looks like he's kind of high, because from the sensations and stuff, he's just like full thrown himself into that. Doesn't want to talk about anything that's happened recently. Isn't really talking to anyone other than the tree.
Yeah, or she's, giving him a bit of a death glare if looks could kill. She's feeling unsafe, first of all, on a voyage, like on a vessel that she's half familiar with, and then even less so safe with a person she barely knows conducting it. Otherwise, she's trying to fix what she can to get to their destination as quick as possible, so that they can sort out whatever's happening currently.
Okay.
Ship log. January 21st. No, I'm joking. He's not really going to say that. That'd be way too cheesy. Walking out of the cabin sees Lady Verena towards the rear of the ship with the mechanical cat there as well. See her tinkering away. Lady Verena, may we have a quick word? I've noticed you taking care of the ship, and I think that's very honourable. But I am curious about something. Have you noticed any strange liquid down on the below decks by the roots of the tree?
Strange liquid. Would you mind taking me down there and showing me?
Sure. Come with me then.
And making your way down below deck, you pass through the crew quarters at the aft section of the ship, and down into the main cargo hold. You make your way into the main cargo hold, and you can see, a lot of old crates still lashed down with netting, cargo nets and ropes. You can see there's a big, heavy iron-bound chest up against the wall. A lot of stuff here has seen better days, decayed over the long period of time while the ship drifted through Wildspace. When you make your way downstairs, you can see that area where Sliverbark's roots have pierced through the floorboards above. They run intertwined with the floorboards along the top of the ceiling of the deck here, and down the sides you can see there's silvery green leaves sprouting from some of the roots, and you're greeted by the smell of like freshly cut grass for all intents and purposes.
Lady Verena, I see this darkish liquid here by the roots. I'm not sure if it's Sliverbark leaking or some other problem. I've noticed you fixing things around the ship. Do you know what it is? It just doesn't fit in with any of my calculations.
She's gonna look up and around the branches that are here, kind of sizing the liquid up. I'm not too sure. Could it perhaps be maybe a bit of oil or something that's just spilt? A little bit of darker liquid.
And you can see it is a thick, viscous, dark, grey sort of stains on the bark of the roots, and you can see some tiny little veins of this dark liquid that looks like it's being absorbed into the roots. Verena, can I get you to roll a deception check for me?
You can.
Please be low.
It's a non-nat 20.
Alright, so a dirty 20. And
Yep.
Drunbalas, are you looking for signs of deception, or do you think that he trusts Verena?
I think there's an element of trust there because he's seen Lady Verena like tidying up the ship, doing the right things, But I think Drumbalas also, from being cloistered so long, doesn't really trust many people. So I think he's just always going to have that element of, I'll have to check it for myself.
Alright. So are you having a look at this yourself, or?
Definitely. Yep.
Give me an investigation check.
Right. So Drumbalus would be like dipped his finger in the liquid, and he's sort of, spreading it between his thumb and his forefinger to see what the consistency is like. Which I say while I 22.
22. You dip your finger in this, or you rub your finger along the stains, what remains along the root systems, and you rub it together. It has like a thick, oily sort of substance to it now, and as you rub your fingers through it, it has this almost it's very dull, it's hard to see now, but it has like this purple luminescence to it where you disturb it, and your mind goes back to your fight with the Void Dragon on the asteroid just a few days before, when Thrash was on top of the dragon and raking at it with her claws, and Kukulain teleported out into the void to teleport her back. When she came back, you saw that she was covered in this dragon's blood, and it was that same. It was much more vibrant then, a more vibrant purple colour, but you feel like this is the same thing. And you know that Patch harvested some of this blood.
Lady Verena, I don't think this is oil. It's the wrong color.
What?
It has a purplish tinge. There's only one
What do
thing
you think
this
it
could
is?
be. I think you know
Yes.
what it is.
And what is that?
You're a smart lady, Lady Verena.
Why, thank you. It's quite a compliment.
Yes, in this case, however, I believe you know what it is.
And I believe that maybe among all of us, we have been speaking half-truths to each other.
Why is there dragon blood on our new friend here?
I don't know. I'd ask the dragon myself, if I could.
I believe someone has put it here. One of
Oh.
us.
One of us.
May I see your hands?
Gloves on or gloves off?
Gloves off? It depends. What were you wearing when you put the blood on?
Well, that would mean that I put it there. Surely we should suspect the person who harvested the blood.
Are you saying we corral everyone for a shipboard meeting?
I'm saying that maybe if you and I can come to some sort of agreement, we can sort some things out.
There may be an imposter among us.
It's quite sus.
Very sus. So, for the record, you're saying it wasn't you?
I'm saying that maybe if you were to offer up some level of information, I might be of assistance.
What kind of information would you be seeking?
You know, I've been really curious. Because, we both kind of came from similar paths to end up here. How you got onto the ship?
I jumped on the ship.
No, not this ship. The other ship. When we were
Well-
tied up.
It was a mistake on my part. This has all been a part of my search for the Star Warden, Kukulain. And, well, let's just say I was also looking for information and was told that I might find it with the captain of the ship. Upon boarding the ship, I was told a very different story and put in manacles and taken off. And yourself?
Well, let's just say it's a case of mistaken identity. Or, I don't know. Kind of, I did something for someone expecting something in return, and maybe that person decided that I shouldn't get what they were going to give me in the first place, and should instead gain passage on a boat in a way that I would rather not have taken.
Does this explain why you look exactly the same as the drow we saw on the beach when we tried to escape?
Maybe. This might explain some semblance of that.
You do realize we are on a ship traveling through space together, and there is only the 4 of us.
I think you're forgetting the tree.
5 of us.
And Gadget.
6 of us. And the bat, 7.
Of course. And I trust exactly 5 of us.
I think it may be best for us to start working together.
Of course, but the thing is, some secrets are best kept as secrets, and I think that maybe if we can work out an agreement where I say, yes, I may have poisoned the tree, not of my own volition, and you keep that to yourself for some semblance of time until trust is built. Maybe just say that we found out about it together, and that it's definitely not any part of the dragon, then I can entrust you with a secret to hold as some level of blackmail.
While I ponder this, what can we do about the blood that's already on the tree?
I frankly have no clue.
Right. Well, I think that our trust relationship will depend on whether we can help Sliverbark from healing from this dragon blood on its roots.
I can promise you that I did not do this of my own volition.
If not your volition, then whose volition?
You see, when we went through that portal to go back to the Underdark, did you feel a presence watching you?
That I did not.
Well,
But I don't doubt that there may have been something strange. It was one of the weirdest experiences of my life.
of course, when we came out of that portal, there was blood gushing from my nose. I felt disoriented. I didn't know what was happening. I tried to understand it better. As you said, I am very intelligent. And, I just kind of carried on thinking I maybe messed up a little bit with my decisions at that time. But when we came back through the portal, back here, the other way, there was this feeling in my body, this voice in my head begging me to take this blood that had been contained and to deposit it here.
Well, I'm glad you have told me, Lady Verena. It is a good start. Perhaps
Of course.
we can put our heads together and think of a way that can help you with this voice that persists to corrupt you.
Well, it's not come back since I've done it, so that's positive, I guess.
I sometimes feel that the approach of honesty is sometimes the best policy.
And I normally would agree, but as you can understand, the past months have been quite treacherous. Not only have I had to deal with understanding the Underdark by myself, but I've also had to understand everyone here in this group and what brings them here and where their, motivations lie. It's quite difficult.
This I can be empathetic towards. I too have felt quite strange with new companions, in a new place, meeting a hero, seeing him die, all of this in quick succession, and we are still in a strange place. But I know one thing, we cannot do this alone.
Of course, and that is exactly why I need to tell you something, because I need your help and your help alone. I feel like this might be hard to tell the others, so I wish to, delay that for a little while until we know what is exactly happening. But, it would just be so much easier to show you. And with that, I'm going to change into the form of Kukulane.
How does that look, that change? How does that happen?
It's like a wave of light flashes over Verina's body, and all of a sudden, she is 2 inches taller, covered in purple scales, purple gems, and is completely indiscernible from the real thing.
And you see Gadget, as you do that, sort of cocks his head, and you see Gadget's ears come up, and then just go back down again, and it just goes back, as if this is nothing new to Gadget. Drunbalis, how do you respond?
That's a very nice trick. However, I'm not sure how this is meant to make things more comfortable. If anything, it's quite awkward.
Exactly. And this is why I'm entrusting you with this information, and because they will ask too many questions.
Right.
Yes.
So what is the information?
Well, I don't know. I don't know why I can do this.
Change shape?
Yes, can't you?
Yes.
Well, show me.
Okay, and Drunbalis would also, he'd sort of cast a spell on himself, which is Disguise Self, and he would appear as a humanoid-sized version of the Demogorgon. Yeah, Lady Verena.
Verina's gonna reach her hands out to try and touch the heads.
And your hand
Oh,
passes
that tickles.
through where the heads should be, and you sort of drift your hand over towards the side, and you can actually still feel Drunbalis's actual head, but you can't see it.
I'm going to grab hold of Drunbalis's hands and just push them onto my face, and you can feel real scales.
Okay. Ah, yes, I see. A different magic of sorts. I am
Exactly.
also... I can't do magic to that level, but I'm sure there's a way we can work out how this has come about.
I would like to know, sometime soon. It's not exactly a compulsion, I feel, but it's just something I've always been able to do. And I've been told to keep this quiet, been told that this is not normal, and so I am trusting you with this information.
Are you in your real form when you're Lady Verena?
No.
Can we see your real form?
You see, that's quite sensitive information. And I would say we will see how this goes. If you
Sure.
can keep this information close to your chest, then, I might be able to show you a little bit more of what this can do.
I'm amicable to show some support for now. But first order of business must be to help Sliverbark.
Of course, and this form is definitely not how I help. I think this could be quite traumatic, as I have seen trying to help Pluplapine by being his daughter. See, that was probably also not a wise decision on my part, but I'm trying my best.
I don't think we need to worry about Pluplapine now. And I would revert back to my original visage of Drunbalis and say, I've returned to normal. I suggest you should return to whatever you feel your normal is at this point, before anyone comes down.
Of course. And Verena's going to change form first to mimic Drunbalis, and then to mimic Thrash, and then Patch, and then she'll turn back into her drow form.
For that 1 second while you mimic Drunbalis, he'd be looking at himself, sort of going, I never noticed that. Okay, thank you. I have a scale out of place.
Alright, so are you guys having a look at Sliverbark's condition or anything like that? Or
Yes, we'll
Alright.
I'll take a closer look if I can.
I would say let's gather everybody to help.
Alright, so you're going to gather the crew together before you do that?
Can I have a quick passing look before we go?
I'll let you choose what you want to roll to have a look here, and I'll change the information that I give you depending on what you roll.
Could I do like either... If I do investigation, would that get me the same information that Dranbalos has already got because he already did an investigation check?
Pretty much. The investigation check has already resulted pretty much all the information that you're going to get out of an investigation check, so something else is going to be required here to gather more from what you already know.
Could I do history?
Yeah, sure, you can do history.
Like maybe the previous effects that something like poisoning has had on
Yeah, okay.
this sort of creature? Yeah?
Yeah, alright. Yeah,
Or
I
on
think
the dragon itself? That's a 21.
21. 21's pretty good. You remember the dragon... I can't remember who did the check, but someone realized that the Scar of the Beyond, the Void Dragon, was once a lunar dragon. Whatever happened to it changed it into the Void Dragon. Alright, so we're going to actually swap from that scene to another scene. As you guys are having this conversation, and Verena, you're checking out the substance on Sliverbark's roots, the camera pans upwards. We can see that silvery light coming through the floorboards, and the camera continues to pan up and through the floorboards and up onto the deck, and as we're passing through we can hear this like tapping sound, just like something tapping on wood, just like nerve-wracking sound, just over and over again. And as we come through the floorboards, we see Thrash, and she's leaning restlessly up against the starboard railing. She's tapping her claws on the deck. So I imagine she'd be quite restless as you're travelling through the astral sea. Would I be right about that, Thrash?
Yeah, you can sort of see her standing there, and she's like digging at the railing. She's half tempted to sort of scratch in with her claws. Thrash was here. And she's sort of just picking at it, like slowly shaving it away. And she sort of looks to Patch and sees him zonked out, and she sort of like rolls her eyes and she's like, ah! And then she turns to Sliverbark. She's like, hey, I got a question for you, Tree.
He wakes up. He was sort of like half out of it himself. He looks towards you. Yes. Wait, I remember. Yes, Thrash.
Oh, sweet, you got my name. Good job, buddy. You're old, aren't you? Like, really old. Like, ancient.
Well, time is relative, or so they say. But yes, I guess from your perspective, you could say I'm old, yes.
What do you know about, and she sort of walks up more towards Sliverbark. She's like, love? You know that ushy-gushy, like, gross thing that you feel towards people? That one? What do you know about that feeling in particular?
Well, as I've spent most of my time in solitude, and I've lived for such a very long time, I've grown to love and lose quite often. I find that, yes, it's better to feel something even when you know it won't last.
Okay, I got a question for you, because you're smart and all philosophical about. And usually the person I ask about this shit is Patch, because he's good with all the emotion shit. But Patch kind of hates me right now because I left his dog behind, which I still kind of feel shitty about. Anyway, sorry, moving on. If you like someone and they hurt you in a way that doesn't make you feel so warm and fuzzy, how do we move past that?
Oh. You're talking about Farina, the lady, yes?
No. That is an incorrect assumption that you have made. And she just goes bright red, and she just like starts like fidgeting and sort of yeah, you know what? Yeah.
Yes. Take a look at these silvery leaves of mine. They've seen decades and decades. Longer than you'll ever live. But
right.
Take it from an old tree that life is fleeting. Even if you have thousands of years. I've seen so many crew come and go, and you must live your life to its fullest, because when it's over in the blink of an eye. And you saw what happened to Cuchulainn. He devoted himself to an ideal, and he died alone.
In a fantastic fashion, I must say. Like, if you're gonna die, fading away into nothingness, that's a really fucking cool way to die. Like, let's be honest, like, so cool. So cool. Like, if you're gonna, sorry, yeah, no, he died. It was very sad.
If you could ask him now, if he thought it was worth it, if he thought it was cool, how do you think he would answer? To die there so alone on the cold stone floor.
I mean, look, I don't really I've been alone for the entirety of my life, so having people I exist around is kind of a new thing for me. I don't know, to be honest. It's still really weird knowing people and waking up and seeing people and being around people and feeling something other than numbness and rage is definitely a new thing, which is why I'm asking questions.
Oh, I understand. I do.
You get angry as well? So angry that you smash things in half?
Oh, yes.
That's a thing you do?
Oh, yes.
Oh, wow.
Quite often.
I like you. That's cool. I like that. That's awesome.
I've learnt.
You should show us sometimes.
Over time that it's best to let go of these feelings of anger and hatred. Did he ever tell you why he failed?
No.
No. I would imagine not.
He failed?
Oh, yes. Yes, he failed.
Oh, that's kind of sad. What do you mean, let go of the rage? But how do you get anything productive done when you're not angry?
No. This might surprise you, young Tabaxi. But sometimes it's our vulnerabilities that are our greatest strengths. He failed not because he was strong, because he was mighty in his time. He failed because he couldn't come to terms with his own vulnerabilities. He couldn't trust. He couldn't allow other people to get close. And that's why Cuchulainn failed. You can't face this evil on your own. You need to trust. You need to learn to let other people in.
And about this evil, when I jumped back through the portal, look, it could have just been me. Look, I've seen some shit. Like, I've seen some things. And I'm not sure if I was just having one of my moments, but, I kind of felt something. Like this. Like, do you ever have a bad dream? And, as your house is burning down, you can see your parents watching from the kitchen window, and you're kind of like, and they're kind of like, and you're like, No? Okay. Do you ever feel like someone's watching you, like some malevolent, like, like, you know? Like, no? No.
To be quite frank, it sounds like you have a lot of unresolved issues, Thrash. And
Yes.
To be quite frank, I feel you can't carry these burdens on your own.
Right. But that would involve talking and being an emotionally stable adult, which I'm not.
Listen, Thrash, I'm going to be quite frank with you now. Your problem isn't that you can't speak. You speak enough for a whole group of people. Maybe you don't need to speak. Maybe what they need, maybe what Verena needs you to do, is to listen.
Nice. Insightful. I can appreciate the insight. Okay. Thank you for your words of wisdom. I have many questions, but I'm going to take your advice and shut up over here while I talk to Patch. I'm going to shut up and talk to Patch over there. And she sort of like makes finger guns and backs up. She's like, "Yo, Patch!
It's been a pleasure.
The tree is giving me advice. I don't like the advice he's giving me.
You should listen to him. He's pretty wise.
He's also made of wood and sentient, and I don't like it.
I can still hear you.
Yeah,
maybe you should shut up and listen.
That's exactly what I just did.
I've been listening this whole time.
Really?
Mm-hmm.
You've been listening to everything?
To everything. I can hear so much.
What'd you hear? What can you hear? Because I'm supposed to learn how to listen. So if you could tell me what you're hearing, that'd be great. And I could learn how to listen.
Everything around me.
Nice.
It's pretty cool.
Nice. Well, I mean, what?
It's really interesting too.
What's interesting?
Well, the ship.
Yeah.
It's like being the ship. It's like everything. I don't quite know how else to explain it right now. I'm still getting used to it.
Sliverback, did you give Patch some like mushrooms or something, or?
Oh, no, I must admit, there have been times in the past where my hygiene has been, lacking, and some spores have grown that have had hallucinogenic properties that some stories are best left untold.
Interesting.
No.
Patch, are you possibly just a little bit loopy? You can't be everywhere all at once listening to the entire ship all at once, because then you'd hear everything that happened on the ship. And, yeah.
Don't know about the all at once, but kinda.
Kinda, right. Well, what can you hear now?
The stars. You guys talking.
Well, I can hear people talking.
And speaking of what you can hear footsteps. coming up from the aft deck, and the door swings open, and there stands John Ballas. John Ballas, what do you want to do?
Everybody, I need your attention. I have
Dragon Man.
This is important, Thrash. I have made a grave mistake while studying the dragon blood. I have spilt it on the roots of Sliverbark, and I'm not sure how it's going to affect him.
Oh, so that's
killed
where
the
my
tree?
water skin went. Dude.
I hope not, but I need your help and assistance.
I hate him, but I like him. You killed our tree?
Not yet, but if we can intervene, perhaps we can help him.
Okay.
Sliverbark, do you feel okay?
Yeah, man. Are you dead?
Yeah, I'm tired. But other than that, well, I guess I'm not tired because I'm in the astral sea and that doesn't make sense, but I feel okay. Yes. Why? Is there something wrong? Do I look funny?
No. You know what? There is nothing wrong. You go back to blowing in the wind and being
good.
sentient and having a
Sliverbark.
long face and all that shit.
I spilt some dragon blood on your roots.
Oh. Why would you do such a thing?
It was an
Stay on the
accident.
blood day.
Huh. Well, no matter. I'm sure it's nothing.
It was.
Well, if you feel any effects, you must let us know straight away.
Yes. Oh, of course. If I feel under the weather, but I'll let you know. But it's just some dragon blood.
Well,
Yeah.
it was a weird dragon.
She
so
slaps
I'm
her
gonna-
hand over Patch's mouth. She's like, X-nay on the blood day. Okay, so here's the plan, tree friend. I'm gonna take my compadres downstairs, and we're gonna clean the blood from your roots. How does that sound? Great, sounds like an awesome plan. And she grabs Patch by the hand, and she's like, I'm kidnapping you again.
Stop you right
and
there.
tugs her to the door. Really?
Because halfway through that speech, you see Thrash's eyes roll up into the back of her head.
Rush,
Do we?
Yes.
are you okay?
We see through.
Medicine check. Is she okay? Like, patch her straight away. Like,
Yeah,
trying to see
you,
if she's alright.
you like shake her by the shoulders, and she's completely catatonic. No response whatsoever. Her eyes are rolled
All
into the back
puns
of
intended.
her head.
Interesting.
Can a medicine check tell me anything more?
I'll allow it in a moment, because Thrash, all of a sudden, your vision goes dark and opens back up again, and you're seeing those swirling silver grey mists. It almost feels like you're back standing at the railing where you were just a moment ago, and those swirling grey energies start to coalesce and form into... Is that an image of something? And those images start to become clearer and clearer, and soon you feel like you're seeing something or remembering something. You're not quite sure, but it's becoming so very clear to you now. You can see images of a weapon, but every time you see it, it's like a dream. You know it's the same weapon, but it's different every time you see it. It's a sword 1 second, it's an axe the next, and then a warhammer. You try to focus on your mind on this image, but it continues to shift, and your mind is bombarded with emotions of anxiety that are utterly alien to you. Somehow you feel as though whatever consciousness whose memories you are witnessing either doesn't know what form this weapon takes, or somehow this weapon has more than one form. You're not sure which, but you get a strong sense that whatever this entity is, whose memories that you're tapping into, somehow fears this weapon. The image of the weapons begins to fade away, and your mind continues to be assaulted by a myriad of scenes, most of which are impossible to discern. You strain again to make sense of this kaleidoscope of images and sensations, and you see a brief glimpse of a gold and metal silvery ore. Gold and metal. Gold and silver metal ore. and a city built of steel straight into the side of an asteroid. The image changes again to that of another distinct city. This one could just as well be in the other small city that you're familiar with, if it weren't for the fact it was built on top of an asteroid. Huge astral sails jutting out from the side of the rock as it drifts through Wildspace. The image shifts again, and now you can hear the echoing sounds of a soft melody and the hushed murmur of a dozen voices. The last thing you see is a creature that appears to be a large, floating orb of flesh with a huge central eye and a wide, grinning mouth, with many smaller eye stalks that protrude from the central orb. The last thing you see is it turns towards you and smiles, and then shoom! You're back again. You see Thrash's eyes roll back.
Thrash, are you okay? What happened?
What in the Jesus fuck was that? Did anyone else see that?
See what? No, your eyes rolled back and you fell
the
down.
axe. There was an axe and a sword and a warhammer, and then there was swirling things, and then there was two tall buildings made out of like shiny shit, and then there was this thing, and it had arm eyes, and it was like like
Arm
that
eyes?
did you
Arm eyes. What's arm eyes?
eyes that are arms. It was like, and then it smiled at me, and it wasn't nice. It was like, you know, the kind of like, I didn't like that. Can we not do that again?
Sure, but
Okay, we're gonna pretend that didn't happen. Sounds cool to me. Okay, that never happened. Let's go to the basement to fix our friend. Not that there's anything wrong with our friend. Yes, let's go. Lead the way, dragon dude.
okay. Let's go have a look then.
Alright, heading down below, following Dranpalis. You make your
A
way.
little bit bewildered.
Yeah, you make your way down below deck. Let's face it, it's not the strangest thing Thrash has ever done. So,
Yeah.
True.
yeah, you make your way down below deck. Verena is still down there, I'd imagine, and checking out this liquid. What do you guys want to do?
As Patch walks down there and sees Lady Verena, he's just going to walk towards the roots of the tree and just kind of cast his eyes over towards her and probably give her the softest look she's ever seen him give her, almost like there's some understanding behind his eyes, but he's going to say nothing, and then go to the tree and start investigating the tree to see if it's healthy, blah blah. My nature score is pretty good. My medicine also is, so if either of those could apply to seeing if there's anything I can do to do something about this dragon's blood on the tree.
You decide, man.
Well, medicine's higher, but is that going to apply to a tree?
You're a druid, aren't you?
Yeah.
I'll allow it. You roll what you want to roll, and I'll try and vary the information as much
24?
as I can. 24? 24. Man, you guys are really rolling well tonight. I don't even know if I want to play
say.
Dungeons and Dragons with these guys anymore.
It's alright when you're rolling, man.
Yeah, I love it when I roll well. This is just bullshit.
I haven't rolled anything yet.
Yeah, that's true. I've been completely thrown off my game tonight, but we'll make it work. A 24
okay, we're all
for
having fun.
a medicine check. Let me think. 24 for a medicine check. What can I give you for a 24?
I can give you a nature check as well if you want to add them both together and do something.
Yeah, all right. Give me a nature check as well. And 18. It's not natural, so you can cross that off your book. He hasn't been poisoned by anything that occurs naturally. It's also not a physical malady that you've ever come across, but you can see with your 2 checks combined that it is being absorbed into the fiber of his being. But it's definitely not a naturally occurring disease or malady at all.
Okay, so my first instinct is if it's being absorbed into its roots is to flush them. Like, is there some way we can do that? Both magic.
Chop them off.
I mean, we could.
Preferably not, but
we could.
I have an alchemist's kit.
Yeah, I have.
Can I do
as well between us? We might be able to.
Could I do an Arcana check?
I could definitely chop the thing off. Like, that's not going to be an issue.
Last resort on that one.
Yeah. No, it's just like that's what we did at the guild. Like, you know, it's sort of.
I don't have any water magic ready to go.
It's definitely got a magical component to whatever it is that's happening to Sliverbark. You would imagine with your nature check, Patch, it could very well be that enough time has passed now that it has been absorbed beyond what you can physically see, the point of contact. And John Ballas, even with your Arcana check, you know it's magical, so you know that you're on the right path, but you've never seen or heard anything like this.
Does it count as being poisoned? Like, even if it's not a normal physical poison, like if it's a magical poison or something?
No. This would count more as a curse.
Right.
So, whether you have the ability to cure him of this affliction, maybe, maybe not. You might need outside assistance with this.
What about you, Drambalis? Do you have remove curse in your spell book, or is that something that your data will grant you?
Certainly something that I am aware of, and I have read books about this, although at this time I have nothing prepared.
But could you, like, is this something that's going to take you a long time to be able to do, or could you say do it tomorrow?
We'll see what I can do. I should be able to bring something into effect. I could try a spell to see if it works.
Okay, I mean, I have one in mind that I could do tomorrow, but if it's not poison or something, it's not going to work.
Sven,
Yes.
can I take some of it and eat it?
Yeah, dude, if you want to do that, that's absolutely no problem at all.
I mean, I'm assuming that because I'm smaller than the tree, I will absorb the effects quicker than the tree, and therefore we can work out an antidote quicker for the tree.
What? No. If you do that,
so
I
I'm
will
gonna do that.
slap it out of you. Okay, yeah, no.
I'm just gonna
Ash
lick
goes
the
to do
tree.
that. I don't let her
I'm
lick
doing
the tree.
it.
I like push her out of the way of licking the tree. Fuck that. Is there some sort of dexterity check I can do?
Verena licks the
Could
tree.
at least raise some concerns, but okay.
Fine. There's no way I can stop her, but sure.
Okay.
That was a choice.
Because it's congealed a bit, I assume I can, like, chew on it?
Well,
You sure that's a good idea?
A little bit?
it's like a very pasty, thick, sort of viscous liquid. You can't really chew it so much. It's like I don't know what's the best analogy I can use here, but it's
Peanut butter?
Oh,
more
you
liquid than
can't
that.
use that analogy with me. I'm gonna, like, grind it between my teeth a little bit, what bits I can, and then I'll just swallow it. I'll try and have a healthy dosage.
You see Verena do that, and that happens.
That was a choice that you have made.
I've
That
done
I
it
don't
several
necessarily
times.
agree with.
I mean, look. I get trying things when you're trying to figure out what they do. I don't know. Swallowing it all at once was a good idea. Maybe you could have touched a bit on here first and then seen what happened. But okay, that's done now. Okay. How do you feel?
How do I feel?
Yeah. How do you feel?
You feel fine.
We will see.
Okay. Well, thanks.
I mean, in the meantime, we should definitely, see if anyone can help us fix this. But if anything happens, it should happen to me first.
Okay. Well, let's just hope that you didn't have enough to do something to you that will happen before we figure out how to fix it and have permanent results,
Was
That's all I'm kind of worried about now.
Unbelievably stupid. What is wrong with you?
I think the answer you're looking for is unbelievably attractive. And I thank you for that. It was quite noble.
You can't pretty face your way out of this. That was dumb.
But I can, darling.
Choices. That was dumb as hell. No, don't you give me pet names. That was dumb as fuck.
Thrash,
What?
Remember what Sliverbark said.
Yeah, but no, fuck listening. She just ate a poison tree.
And I'd do it again.
I'd say it was pretty brave, really. Especially considering.
Stupid.
Considering?
Not brave. Stupid.
Things. So, Lady Verena. And Patch reaches into his backpack, rummages around for something, and pulls it around. He's like, where'd it go? Oh, there it is. And he pulls out the dragon tooth.
Mm-hmm.
The void dragon tooth that he kept, and he holds it out to you.
She'll take it.
He's like, I just want to say sorry if we got off on the wrong foot. Like, I was going through some stuff, and I can be a bit brar sometimes. So I'm sorry. I think we got to work together here, hey? There's a lot of things going on that are weird, and I don't like not being able to trust the people I'm traveling with, so if we could start over, that'd be really cool.
On the condition that you respect Gadget for who they are.
Of course, yes. I'm sorry, I didn't actually mean anything by that. Like, Gadget's actually really cool. I was just having a rib, and I wasn't in a good place, so it probably came out, bad. I'm sorry.
It's okay. I will. Is this mine now?
Yes, you can keep that one. I've still got some scales. If you've got some time, like later, while we're traveling, maybe you can help me work out making some armor or something with it, or a shield. I don't know, but I'm not real good with that kind of stuff, and I know you are, so I have those.
Of course.
You can keep the tooth. Maybe
you don't mind what happens to it?
No, just like maybe make sure it doesn't end up as part of our treant friend.
Can you turn around for a minute? I don't need anyone watching this.
Okay, sure. Patch will turn around.
As soon as his eyes are off her, she's just gonna like bite into the tooth a little bit, just kind of like a geologist tasting rocks.
I love it. That's great.
Okay.
See if there's any properties that she can taste.
Okay. Yeah, you bite into it, and you're actually surprised because when you bite into it, it actually comes apart. When you bite into it, sort of turns into like a coarse, dusty sand, and you bite down into it. If you want to know if there's any alchemical components to it, I'll get you to roll a Arcana, I suppose. If you're proficient, I'm assuming you're proficient with alchemy shit or whatever. I don't know.
Yeah.
Yep.
I'll roll Arcana and then add +3 to it. 24.
24. Okay. with a 24, you'll know that this is not normal. Since the dragon died, it's become brittle and it's starting to fall apart. This is not normal of a normal dragon's tooth. There are alchemical components to this. This could give you protection from a psychic damage if you were to craft a potion out of it.
Pretty cool.
Cool. I will pocket the rest of it.
Considering what happened to you as we were going through the portal, I think that's a very good thing for you to have.
Yeah.
Maybe.
Vice versa, you could probably also turn it into something that causes psychic damage, like a poison. Either way, up to you. All right, so moving on.
So
Yeah.
putting a cap on this until a later date, I assume.
So many questions, but yes, I
A cap
suppose.
on the what?
On the
Specifically?
tree.
Oh, well, I think we don't have what we need to currently fix it. So if Drambalis can pull a spell out of somewhere to, after our next rest, we try that. Otherwise, we look for help at our next stop. So yeah, I think we can maybe let Sliverbark know we've sussed it out. There could be a problem, but we're gonna fix it.
So on that, we're just going to go for a short rest for everybody who's watching the live stream.
Alright.
This will only be 5 minutes at the most because we already started late. For those watching on YouTube or listening back on whatever podcast app that you listen to this on, this will be very quick and we'll be right back, guys. So stick with us. Bye-bye.
Right.
We're back, everybody, with Far Beyond the
Hey,
Void.
everyone.
Thank you for those people who stuck with us during that short break. Unfortunately, I had way too much caffeine and had to take a break. Unfortunately, I haven't evolved to the point where I can just live stream for 8 hours on end, but I'll get there. So, moving on. Let's just get straight back into it. But before we
For
do,
sure.
I forgot at the beginning of the episode to give a shout out to, of course, our channel affiliate. So I'm going to do that right now. Of course, if you subscribe to Crit and Miss Role Playing Games on Twitch at any tier, you can get 10% off goods and services from Hermes D&D services. If you're looking for, some dice or dice jail or some earrings, or you're looking for a professional dungeon master to run your next game for you and your friends, make sure you check out Hermes D&D services. That is hermesdnd.com.au. You can also get 15% off art commissions from Evan Winston, that is aka Irrelevant Evan on Instagram, and drawingsanddragons.com, personal art commissions, 15% off. That's actually quite a really good deal when it comes down to it. So I actually think you save money if you subscribe to Crit and Miss for a month and then get an art commission done. So if you want to get an art commission done, subscribe to us and then get Evan to do it, and you're actually going to save yourself some money. So that's awesome. He's a great artist. If you want to check out some of his work, he's currently doing work for Gold
This stuff
Mountain
is
Games.
so good.
It is.
If you want to sneaky, join our Discord.
Join our Discord.
He drops a lot of stuff he's working on to see what people think and stuff in one of our channels there. There's actually a channel for it. Come and have a look and check out some of Evan's art.
He just finished a commission for me, which I might upload into that channel
Please
for
do.
people to look at.
I remember I was browsing Google for a token to use for Tales from the Roguelite that was like, open source, and I found this one that I couldn't use because it wasn't like it was for this project, and I was just like blown away by this white dragon. And then like a month later, Evan joins the Discord and drops that picture in as part of it as one of his original pieces. I was just like, I've seen that one before.
Yeah, he's great. So yeah, it's another reason to join our Discord so you can check out all that awesome artwork.
Yeah.
And of course, we have a new official channel affiliate this week. What am I talking about? I'm talking about the Townsville Tabletop Guild.
Yeah.
That's right. Who wants to talk about Townsville Tabletop Guild? Who knows anything about that? Anyone here?
Oh well.
I have some clues that maybe some people here do, but that's about all
I think El Presidente should take it from here. I'm just the paper pusher.
Ladies and gentlemen,
Why?
the president.
The president.
Why, thank
herself.
you, Madam Secretary. Okay, cool. Townsville Tabletop Guild. Run out at James Cook University in Townsville campus. We play games 4 days a week in person. Crazy, I know. Mondays, we got Bunkers and Badasses, the system from Borderlands. We got Wednesdays is board games. Any board game, we love them, we play them into the AM because we're stupid crazy. We got Fridays, we got your classic D&D. We're just about to start 3 new campaigns. We got Wild Beyond the Witchlight, we got Dragonlance Shadow of the Good Dragon Queen, and we got Icewind Dale, Rime of the Frost Maiden. All running on Friday nights. Take your pick. And then on Saturdays, we got the coming up to be finale of my game of Call of the Netherdeep, Shock Horror. And you can get all of that for $5 for 6 months.
What? $5? No way.
$5 for 6 months. That's $10 a year. Crazy.
You shouldn't have told me this. You already got to put up with my shit here.
I know, but
in person.
Exactly. Love to have you.
There you go, guys. $5. You can join the Townsville Tabletop Guild. You get access to all of those games and more. Board games, tabletop role-playing games, 4 nights a week. And the best thing is they're live. They're IRL games. So if you want to get your hand on some tactile character sheets, that's the place to do it. Got some great DMs.
Shizzle.
Yeah.
That is a frappe. That is a frappe. Once a semester, people. A singular frappe. If you can set aside your frappe money and come in and roll some physical dice. I mean, I know we're all nerdy and stuff, and we enjoy our little, introverted nerdy time. And as fun as it is to have introverted nerdy time, I think it's also important to have some introverted, extroverted nerdy time with other introverted, extroverted nerds. So, come in and visit us. Yeah, teach.
So, popping up it's not coming through.
Is that how you do that? Oh, I know how to do it.
It's not coming up on their Twitch feed though. So.
Yeah, that's sad.
Yeah. Bugger.
But yeah.
Townsville Tabletop Guild, official affiliate as of right now. So head over there, tell them we sent you, and they'll give you a hug.
Say hi to me.
Say hi to Ali.
Speaking of your Call of the Netherdeep game, Ali, guys, keep an eye out for Ali on Forces of Nature doing some potential guest appearances. As some of her favorite NPCs from that campaign. Since she's now run it twice, and I've never run a campaign from a book before, I'll be very happy to have her come and play some of the characters that she's familiar with.
She's a very good DM for the 2 sessions I showed up for and then got really busy. I'm sorry, Ali.
It's sorry. Okay, I forgive you.
No, you don't.
I don't think that's up to you to decide, Grace.
No, well, look, it got confusing anyway. There was another Grace in the group. So it would get really confusing because she'd say Grace roll initiative and we'd both be like, what?
Alright.
You wouldn't just both roll initiative. Anyway, moving on. Let's get back into Far Beyond the Void. Where were we? I don't even remember. What game were we playing? Is this Call of Cthulhu? It's Call of Cthulhu, right?
Yeah, totally.
Yeah.
Okay.
100%.
Yeah.
Pass over the DMing screen.
Back on. Yeah.
Alright, so this all happens, an unspoken amount of time passes, and I imagine you guys go about your business.
Could I
eventually, yes.
Could I potentially have pulled Thrash aside for a minute?
Yeah, absolutely. Go for it.
Cool.
Yeah.
I'm gonna track her down, hunt her down wherever she is. I don't know where Thrash should be hanging out at this point in
Probably.
time.
I mean, she's grown rather fond of the crow's nest. If you can get yourself up there. If the ship has a crow's nest, it's my ship. It has a crow's nest. It does now. Yeah, it does now. That's Thrash's spot, the crow's nest.
What I love is that you've kind
Yeah.
of got to climb up Sliverbark to get there.
Mm.
Oh,
Yeah,
ow.
that's true.
Do you have to use your
Sorry, man.
claws?
Sorry, man. I'm trying my best.
She's okay. Verena's gonna stand at the base of Sliverbark, that's above deck. I just kind of look up at her, and she's kind of waiting to see if Thrash will ever look down, but realizes that's not happening anytime soon. So instead, she stares up at her, kind of looks around to see if anyone else is witnessing what's happening, before she calls out and says, darling, up there, would you mind coming down for a minute?
I mean, yeah, sure. And
You're
Thrash
going
is
to like
literally-
this.
I mean, okay. And Thrash literally, she does not even climb down. She just jumps straight down, and in stereotypical cat style, lands straight on her feet, like a cat would. I
Okay.
like to, yeah, that was cool.
Yeah.
You know how tall a typical mast is on a ship?
Let me have my moment. I want to land like Black Widow. Let me do it.
Hear me out.
Hear me out.
She kind of nods, brushing herself off a bit from whatever debris has just fallen from that jump. She says, okay, do you mind coming with me? I think we need a little bit of privacy for this one.
Just so you know,
mean,
Pat isn't
sure.
sitting in the chair. He's probably like talking to Drambala somewhere.
I'm sure. Well, where do you want to go? I
Oh,
don't mind.
you can come down with me. No one seems to be at the bottom with me.
Yeah, sure.
Yes, okay, cool. And she takes hold of Thrash's hand and marches downstairs with her. And pulls her into one of the side little cabins. Okay, I have something for you.
Interesting. Yes. What is it?
This is a bit of a trust exercise. I'm going to need you to close your eyes for me.
Okay. I can do that, I guess. And Thrash sort of closes her eyes, but you can see she is extremely uncomfortable with this.
Awesome. For a split second, Verena is gonna change form into Thrash so that she's Thrash's height. And pull out Thrash's amulet and sort of put it around her neck and clasp it together before quickly turning back into her drow form. So, there you go. That's yours. You can open your eyes.
Okay, yeah, I don't really feel. And then she looks down, and she sees that, and she's like, how?
I made a promise, didn't I? And I kept my word. So, there you go.
But you're not, and but you're not, and she's not. What? And then
Just be thankful.
I'm not gonna unpack this. Wow. Okay. Jeez. This is I don't know what to say.
Thank you.
Yep, we'll go with that one. And literally in a bone-crushing hug, Thrash just like scoops her up and just absolutely crushes her. But like in a loving way. As opposed to how she would crush her enemies.
1d6 bludgeoning damage, Verena.
No.
Rita's feet are in the air because she's like 2 inches shorter than Thrash.
Sorry, I'll put you down. You know, this is kind of sweet. I kind of thought, you did, this has reaffirmed some things. Because I kind of thought you didn't like me. So, this is new, interesting, and, thank you for that. Yeah, and you can just see she's bright pink. Like, her fur, like, you know, it's like a cream sort of, you can tell when it's bright pink, her whole face. And all up her ears.
Wow, the fur changed colour? That's amazing.
No, just she blushed.
Oh.
But yeah, good chat. A fist bump. Fist bump.
Marina's just gonna grab hold of her arm and yank her down a little bit and give her a kiss on the cheek, and then just walk off.
Oh, that's so sweet.
And I've got something that's even more sweet for you. Because something has occurred. You don't know if it's you're traveling through the astral sea, or what exactly has happened, but this is now a magical amulet.
Oh!
Magic axe! Magic axe!
Let me tell you, I promised you guys that you would get a magical item, and I fulfill my promises. I got you guys to roll a d20. The winner of that would get a magical item specifically crafted for that character. So this is your item, Thrash. This is no longer just a normal amulet. This is an amulet of frightening rage. This amulet features a depiction of a broad-brimmed hat set with a long, elegant feather. While attuned to and wearing this amulet, when its wielder scores a critical hit while raging, with a melee weapon attack, the target is frightened until the end of their next turn. A DC 15 wisdom save negates this effect. But wait! There's more, because this is when it gets really juicy. In addition, the wielder may choose to use one instance of their rage ability and immediately move up to 20 feet in any direction as a reaction. This feature may be used once per long rest.
That's huge.
That is huge.
That's so freaking cool.
What? Let me do some math.
I love that so much. That is really, really cool.
Oh, that's juicy. That's 145 feet of movement in one turn.
Now, the best thing about this is it's a reaction. So you don't have to wait for your turn for that to go off. So you can immediately rage and move 20 feet in any direction.
Oh, so the use of the rage also
Occurs
puts
as a
her in
reaction.
rage mode.
Yes.
Is this separate? Is this separate to my actual rages?
No.
So you can use your rage as a reaction. You can activate your rage as a reaction, and when you do, you can move 20 feet.
So normally it's a bonus action for you to activate your rage, which you can only do on your turn. This allows you to activate your rage as a reaction once per day and move in 20 feet.
Not raging. If you keep that up your sleeve. If, you know the times where we get jumped and you're not quite raging, you can just go reaction, rage, fuck you. And you're raging.
This is so much better than a magic axe.
I thought so.
Uh-huh.
I could have just given you a +1 axe, but that was boring. So I thought I'd homebrew something that was a little bit more pertinent to the character, and I think this fits the character.
What did I do to deserve this? I roleplay Thrash like an insolent child.
You rolled an 18.
I felt bad keeping this. I've had this in my pocket since the end of episode 1, and I felt really bad.
What did Thrash do to deserve this? She's a fucking bitch.
So
Yeah, but you play her really well. I don't know what Thrash did to deserve it, but I think you, as
No.
a player, certainly
They're
earned
asked it to deserve. So she's just gonna assume that Verena did this to the necklace for the record.
yeah, sure, that works.
Right.
I'm happy
Yeah.
with that.
Yeah.
But yeah, you have that, and that is a homebrew item. See if you can add it to your inventory. If not, then
Yeah.
I'll have
Homebrew
to.
turned on in the builder.
Yeah, I can't remember if it's turned on or not. But anyway, it's there. Just remember you have it.
It's a character level option, not a campaign level option.
Oh,
Turn it on.
okay. Well,
She just has to go to the homepage on the character builder and turn it on to make sure she can.
we can sort that out
Do that, yeah.
Yeah.
at some point. But just remember, you have that now, and you can do those things, and that's fun.
Can I have a
That is
very
so
brief conversation with Drambalis while they're doing that? Like
Yeah.
having that conversation? Yeah.
Sure, dude. Go for it.
Awesome.
We're all talking and it's beautiful.
It's great.
Yeah, I'm not.
Hey,
I'm just sitting
buddy.
here. This is great.
How you doing? And Patch would walk up and he's kind of, looking a lot more with it than he was, just a little while ago. And, a little bit more communicable. Yeah. How you doing?
I'm doing well, thanks, Pat. You're looking great, by the way.
Thank you. Look, I just wanted to let you know that I know it wasn't you who spilled the blood on the tree.
Ah, how did you know this?
Come with me, and I'll
Sure.
show you. Okay.
I trust you'll keep this to yourself for now, for the best
yes,
interest of the crew.
Absolutely, but I feel like I might have been a bit harsh in my judgment, hence the apology and things. But yeah, come check this out, and he'll lead Drambalis up to the Spelljammer helm. And he'll just be like, so this thing does some really cool stuff. You know how I was able to drive the ship with it?
Yeah.
Kinda lets me almost be the ship. And
Wow.
so, like, I can sort of, like, feel space around us and stuff. That's how the navigating kind of works. It's a bit clumsy, but I can also be anywhere on the ship when I'm sitting in the chair.
What do you mean?
So, like, I concentrate, and then it's like I'm part of it, and I can be where things are, like I was in the room with you guys when you were having that conversation, but I was in the chair.
Sid, that's the missing part from my notes.
Right.
Do you mind if I...
Yeah, here. And I'll just reach out my hand and, like, touch him on the shoulder, and I'll use an action to transfer the attunement over to Drambalis.
And Drambalis, you feel the tingling sensation that begins in your shoulder. It spreads out to your arm, your bicep, your elbow, and out your shoulder blades, down your back, into your spine, creeps up your spine, into the base of your skull, and as it reaches there, all of a sudden your consciousness explodes outwards, and your senses extend beyond your physical body, and you can see and hear and feel almost the reaches of space around you, and you're aware at a instinctual level of what's going on the ship around you.
Drambalis is sitting there totally in complete awe, just awestruck, not sure what to say, and then finally manages to pull his attention towards Thrash, just looking at him with eyes wide open, just going,
You mean Patch?
Patch, yeah. Yes, with his eyes wide open, just sort of like a knowing nod, like, oh,
Right.
I see. I get it.
Yeah.
That's amazing.
Oh.
What's up, Patch?
I've been not thinking about it because I've been doing that, but Park's gone.
I know, my friend.
Mm,
Not forever. There still may be a chance to go back for him at some stage.
I hope so. Okay, well, if you wanna drive for a while, I might go and do something else.
I'll tell you what, Patch. Can you look after my bat for me?
Sure.
And my bat would fly off and perch on the Patch's shoulder.
Oh. Hey, little guy.
Here you go.
Cool. Nice one.
It bites
Yeah,
you and
that's
immediately gives you rabies.
Yeah.
Patch starts frothing at the mouth.
No, it's
Where bat? Where
I'll,
bat?
yeah, I mean...
It's right there on the aft of the ship, Grace. Are you even paying attention?
Yeah, I can see. What? It's a where bat.
Come on, I'm gonna fire these off. Come on, try and keep up. I'm here all night, gentlemen. Don't worry. It was a joke. Okay, so the bat's there with you. It doesn't bite you. There you go.
Where bat?
I can't wait to edit
There it
this.
is.
I'm gonna put a timer on that
Ah.
when I edit this for YouTube.
And yeah, edit
Countdown.
it.
A
Yeah.
countdown.
I get
And
it.
a little ding dong sound
Not
effect.
funny. I see.
Yeah, little flashy like light bulb comes up off the head in the post edit. Fuck yeah.
What's that song? Da, 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 da,
The one
da,
from
da,
Countdown?
da. Yeah, that
Oh,
one.
wait, no, not Countdown.
Da.
Jeopardy.
Jeopardy, yeah, that's
Yeah.
the one.
Yeah.
Don't worry, Grace, I'm usually that person. Okay, so, John Ballas, you're now seated in the spell jamming helm, and you can feel that your physical body has extended beyond what it's normally capable of, and you see and hear and feel the extremities of the ship, the air bubble that extends 190 feet around it. You can smell that same smell of freshly cut grass from the bottom deck, the smell of long since decayed food from the kitchen. You can hear the sound of people's footfalls as they move around the boat. It is at the same time it's breathtaking and also disorienting for you. But some time passes, or it doesn't pass. You're not quite sure how things work in the astral sea, but at some point you see those silvery lights begin to dim into a darker shade of black, and you feel that same sensation of the hairs on the back of your neck stand up as you pass into another crystal sphere, and you're back into Wildspace. And I'm just going to move things along here. So, Patch, you can cast good berries for everyone. So we had a conversation before we started tonight. We're just going to assume that he cast that at the end of the day. So you guys have enough food to eat. You have fresh water still, plenty of to survive for this trek. But another 2 full days.
It leaves me enough good berries for like 6 hit points worth of healing if we happen to need it after I've cast the spell. 1 point at a time for an action.
Egg. Exactly. So another 2-3 days pass or something like that. As you're traveling at jamming speed, again, you guys are still just not good at this. You failed your initial check, so it's taking you longer. Every now and then the spelljammer drops out of its jamming speed and you have to sort of correct course and do all that kind of stuff. But those 2.5 to 3 days pass uneventfully. But then the spelljammer drops out of jamming speed, and you can all feel that sensation of motion as the ship stops traveling at 10 million miles an hour and drops back to 40 feet around. But instead of the empty void of space around you, you're greeted with this sight of what for all intents and purposes looks like a vortex of a storm cloud spinning around you. The ship shakes violently from left to right, and great arcs of crackling electricity boom thunderously around you. What I'm going to need everyone to do here is roll for initiative.
Yeah.
Hell yeah.
As you pass into this storm cloud, you're not sure exactly how the physics of this works, but rain starts to pelt the deck. Heavy, stinging rain.
So I can't use my initiative thing. Too late.
I will allow it because you would have had some time. Well, this isn't really like a combat situation. This is a storm, so I'll tell you what. You know what? I'd like to say yes. You can if you want to.
So like, basically I can just like turn it on, and then it's on until I use it.
I said that as long as you weren't using it on other people, you could just use it. So you're using it on yourself, fine. Go ahead, give yourself advantage.
Roll one more time, so I only roll once. Much better, 18 instead of 6.
Alright.
Excellent. Got some storm. Storms are cool. Also, because he said we had a few days, I swapped out a couple of my spells that I no longer needed. And picked up other ones over one of our long rests.
Alright, no problem. You can keep that to yourself if you want to keep that to yourself. Alright, so the way this is going to work, guys, is position yourself wherever you think you would be on deck, for starters.
Okay. That's pretty easy. Drambalis is in the driver's seat. I'm down here with the tree. Which side is the tree? Is Sliverbuck's face on? Or which direction
the
is he
southern
facing?
side.
Yeah, cool. So I'm down here. Hanging out.
Rose nest, baby.
Did I have time to fix the cannon yet, or would that not have happened?
No, so we rolled that at the beginning. That was going to count for basically the whole sort of travel period. So that has not been repaired yet. I think you've got 2 out of 6 slots on that long-term project.
Sounds good.
Thunder cracks around you, and you can see all the loose equipment that's lying on deck. It starts to shift from left to right as the ship sort of lists from left to right, and every now and then, like a violent upturn of the arcane winds sort of makes the ship like lurch up and down. There's like great big bolts of arcane energy cracking through these dark thunderclouds around you. It's almost like you're sailing directly through a storm. Alright. So how this is going to work is at the top of every round, the storm is going to do something. Alright? So, round 1, nothing happens. What do you guys want to do? The storm is picking up intensity. So, Thrash, you are first.
I'm first. Yeah, sorry, I was just thinking about what I was gonna do. Okay. Right. First I'm gonna get down. And then I'm not sure what I'm supposed to do, because it's a storm cloud. She's gonna turn to Sliverbark and she's like, any suggestions?
Oh, yes, I'm Sliverbark, of course.
Yes.
Perhaps.
And like you see a belaying pin on the side of the railing sort of come loose and clatter down, and Sliverbark's,
Oh yes, perhaps you could tie down some of the loose items on the deck before they are turned into projectiles. You might want to take cover from those bolts of.
And another crack of electricity crackles over the top of you.
As long as you're on the deck, you're exposed to that. I don't know. It's a storm.
Just sort of like shouts over and she's like, take cover, get off the deck. And then she's going to use her new special thingy-mabubby that she can do. Is there like any way I could like, I mean, I've got 145 feet of movement, so could we assume I could run very quickly and tie things down? Like multiple things, or would you say it's like one tie down per action?
I'll give you an action to tie some stuff down, and that will or could possibly have an effect. But I will need a roll to do this. And we also need to keep in mind that the deck is going to be considered difficult terrain because of the slick water and all that kind of stuff. But you can definitely roll something.
I argue that I have claws on my feet and I'm digging my claws into the deck as I run.
I'm going to say, I hate to say no, but I'm going to say no to that one.
That's okay. I thought I'd try it, but that's understandable.
It was a nice try.
Can I cast Moonbeam?
Get the fuck out of here. Yes.
Fuck you. No, you can't cast Moonbeam, you son of a bitch. That's my thing.
Actually, but the thing is, right, is I can.
You can, and it scares me so much. So what would you like? So I mean, I'm gonna rage. Oh no, I might need that.
Don't you have all your rages? We've long rested.
You have everything. You should have had everyone's had a long rest, so...
Yeah, I do have everything.
You don't have to use your...
No, I don't want to use my special one. That's going to be the bonus rage. Yeah, so I'll rage as my bonus action. And then I am gonna, did you want, a strength check? Or, a dexterity
I'll get you
check?
to roll a DC 15... I'm gonna just say...
I suppose either could be argued, because,
yeah.
I mean, I suppose I'm, and I do get advantage on strength checks at the moment. I mean, I could argue for both, but it's up to you.
Alright, I'm gonna allow athletics if you want to use athletics. Okay. I'm gonna allow it. DC 15.
How's a nat 20 do? For a 26?
Yeah, you make your way around. You can tell there's still some loose items, but you do a pretty goddamn good job of tying things down. And that will be pretty much your turn.
Batten down the hatches.
Lady Verena.
Sorry to interrupt play here. I just want to just encourage. I just hit 10,000 crit coin. And I can't spend any of them because I'm in all of the streams we have. So can I perhaps ask one of our other wonderful DMing type people to run a one shot soon so I can watch and buy you guys a nat 20?
I'll think about it.
Sure.
Awesome. Okay, sorry, go ahead.
Alright, Lady Verena, you're up.
Yeah. I'm just going to run as far as I can towards Drenbolas. Because I have a thing I need to do. That'll get me to the stairs. Cool.
Difficult terrain?
I'm just gonna run to the stairs. Oh, is it difficult terrain?
Yes.
Right. That'll not get me to the stairs.
Right. That's how you know it's an Australian stream.
Right. I'm not even Australian. We can...
Well, you've been influenced.
Do with this what we will. Apparently. Right, I'm just gonna run there, and then I will...
Been here long enough to pick up some of the vernacular, I see.
Yes, definitely.
Proof is in the pudding.
I'll just wait there.
Alright. Okay, so just moving down to there, you can see the sails, whipping in the arcane winds as they pick up. Next...
I will get Gadget to move.
Alright, what does Gadget want to do?
Gadget's just gonna run after me, I think.
I don't need to add him to the combat tracker because he acts on your turn, doesn't he?
Yeah.
Alright, sweet.
So yeah, he'll just run after me. I think he has 40 feet movement, and I don't think is bothered by difficult terrain.
Have I given you access to move those?
Yep.
Okay, there you go.
Is there?
There you go. Verena making her way down the stairs. Gadget in tow. Alright, Patch. The heavens around you just light up. Thank you for the raid, guys. Meeples and Dragons.
Hey guys!
Yeah.
Welcome.
We're currently in a storm in space. Yeah. Try not to think about the physics of how that works. Just go with it.
Space storm.
Well, I do remember you describing the lightning-like stuff going on as arcane bolts of energy.
That's
so,
correct.
Yes. That can work in space.
But
right?
there's no sound in space. But let's just
But the way
pretend the sound is
The
basically.
way the spell jamming thing works, that like, doesn't that give us an air bubble? So
It does, but if the arcane bolt of electricity is outside of your air bubble, the sound waves would never reach the air bubble in the first place. But like I said, don't think about it. Just go with it. It's Dungeons and Dragons.
All right.
What do you want?
I wanted to lash myself to one of the posts up here on the aft castle. Close
Okay.
by the- Would that take my action, or can I do that as a bonus and hold my action to do something else?
No, I'm going to make that be your action.
Okay. In which case, can I secure Dranbalis first if he'll let... Oh, I can't get there because I can only move half my speed, right?
Depends on how far away you are. Where do you want to...
Where I am now was 15 feet of movement.
Yep.
And if it's difficult terrain, then
That's
that's
correct.
as far as I can move.
Yep.
Okay. All right. In which case, I will... Can I lash myself to where I am and like, 'cause I've got 50 feet of rope, and I'll lash myself with one end and toss the other end to Dranbalis and be like, here, secure yourself.
So you're tying yourself to the ship, or...
Yep.
And then throwing the rope over to Dranbalis as well. So
yeah, because I've got 50 feet of it. So one end to the railing, and then like around my waist or something, or just like wrap. Yeah, not around an arm, like around my waist, and then toss the other end to Dranbalis.
Okay.
There'd be heaps of length left to reach him.
So yeah, you make your way over to the stairs, and you've got to steady yourself on the railing as you sort of perch yourself at the top of the stairs, because the ship moves violently from one side to the other side. You grab out your 50 feet of rope, you tie it around the railing on the starboard side of the boat. You wrap it around your waist, you tie it into a knot, and you throw the other end over towards Dranbalis. And it is Dranbalis' turn next.
Cool.
So, what do you do?
John Bolas would. He's got some questions about this chair that he's sitting in.
Yep.
And about the rope being thrown to him. He's looking at the rope and he's looking at the chair down. Is there any kind of, and especially with this new attunement, would he know that there's any kind of way of staying in the chair, considering it's like a helm? You'd kind of think it would be equipped with.
You don't actually have to stay in the chair to be able to maneuver the ship. You can leave the chair and still maneuver it. Now that you're attuned to it, you can leave the chair if you want to.
Right, but there's no like footholds or belts or straps or anything.
Not really, no. It's just a straight up and down chair.
In that case, then Dranbalis would get the rope and latch himself into the chair.
Okay.
Feeling strangely comfortable with the lightning around. And then he'd be yelling out to Patch and saying, look after the bat. Do you see a way through?
Yeah, cool. And I'd like take the bat and tuck him into my robe so he's got somewhere safe if that's what if the bat's willing, obviously. And if I can do that on not my turn.
It's not. It bites you again. You get rabies again.
I know.
You lose your mind and throw yourself overboard.
Uh-oh. Bye. No, I'm tired. I just float. Float in the air bubble because I'm tied to the ship.
So do keep in mind that you guys are secure. Dranbalis, you're secure to the spell jamming helm. Patch, you are secured to the railing. Yes.
Is that an action to do so?
Yes.
Okay. Yeah.
So that's going to hamper your movement, but it will keep you from flying about. Okay?
Yes.
So keeping that in mind. Alright, moving on. Bat, it's your turn, Bat. Oh wait, I haven't given you a initiative roll. And it just acts on your turn anyway, so I haven't rolled for Sliverbark. Let's open his stat block.
Gets a turn.
He does get a turn. I don't know what he gets to his initiative, so we'll just go. Oh, that's not too bad. 14. He should have gone after Patch, but Sliverbark uses his turn to, I don't know, talk about the good old days.
Regenerate some of the oxygen that got burned off by the bolts of arcane energy.
Yes, exactly. Why not? Top of round 2. You can see the rain starts to pick up to an almost fever pitch and is pooling on the deck all around you. Can I get a perception check from everyone? Actually, you know what? No, I don't need a perception check. You guys see this happening because it's very unusual. Some of the water that's pooling up on deck starts to run counter-intuitively up the deck as the ship moves to one side, and it almost starts to take on a serpentine physical form. You can see one starting to form on the forecastle of the ship, snaking its way around the now defunct bombard cannon that has been installed there, and another one starts to form on the main deck right there. So we're going to go ahead and unhide these. Oh wait for it. There we go. Now this one. There we go. As these two strange creatures start to take form on the deck of the ship, and I'll see if I can add that image to the game log for you guys to see. There you go. So they sort of take on these long serpentine, almost draconic forms, and they rise up from the deck and coil back like a snake as if they're about to strike towards you guys. Let me have a look here.
Like looking at Drambala's pointing to the thing, just be like, I'm seeing this.
Seeing it, and I can feel it too.
Nothing happens. Thrash, you're up. Round 2, what do you do?
She sort of sees Patch and like understands the plan that he has with tying them down, and she's like, right, good plan, I like that plan. And she also has 50 feet of hempen rope. So what she's gonna do is she's going to tie the rope around her waist, and then run to Verena and tie the rope around her waist, and then affix it to Slitherbuck.
Wait, hold on here. Hold on. It's going to be an action to tie this to secure yourself.
Yeah.
So you're securing yourself. That's your action.
Yeah.
Move action
Oh.
to make your way over to Verena.
Yeah, I see. Yeah.
Is that what you want to do?
Or can I use my special friend?
Yeah, I mean, if you want to use your reaction to do that, you absolutely may. And you can move 20 feet. Considering this is difficult terrain, it's actually only going to get you 10 feet, but that should be enough to get you over towards Verena, should you wish it, who is over by the port side railing.
Oh, for sure.
Could,
I'll actually, you know what? I won't tie myself up first to save myself that thing.
You can also just use your normal movement to get to her.
Yeah, that's what I figured.
I know you're keen on using it, but
so bad.
It's about
I
timing.
use it so bad. This is the thing with magic items. I always just bang, bang, bang with the magic item that it whenever I need to use it in like a clutch moment, I never have a charge. But anyway,
Don't worry, we know you bang with the tentacle rod.
Yeah, I wasn't going to say anything. I was just going to let that one slide.
No.
Why do you guys keep doing this to me? It was one time.
Same thing
And that's
happened
more
with
than
Moonbeam.
enough.
And now we have
One
Grace
time.
Queen. Okay, that was twice.
Okay, well, I won't tie Thrash up first. Thrash will head straight for Verena, and tie her to the railing instead.
If she'll let you.
If she'll let me. If she, yeah. I mean, do you want to be tied to the railing? I assume you want to be tied to the railing.
As,
not tied
as
to the railing.
she's getting tied to the railing, Verena's like, I thought this would be the third or fourth date, but you do you.
I was waiting
This
for
is
it.
not what this is supposed to be! And you can see her blushing, and she's like, very flustered, and you're like, you know this isn't what this is! You know
By
this
the
isn't
way,
what
did you
this
bring
is!
the tentacle rod?
Yeah, do I?
Yes.
This seems an interesting time to do this. We are, maybe potentially dying.
This isn't what this is about. I mean, you're pretty.
That
Like,
turned
I
into
think
an
you're
octopus.
very attractive. You are extremely attractive, Drow. But this is not what this is. Oh God. You know, maybe I just should have tied myself to the tree. Yeah. But yeah, you're safe. Okay. And yeah, thanks for making this awkward. I really appreciate it.
You're welcome.
And you can just see she's bright red and freaking out.
The Patch just like while we're waiting for Sven, he grabs his mace, right?
Yeah.
Transforms into an octopus and wraps
Oh,
himself
no.
around the head of it and just like hops over towards them.
And you can see, like, Thrash just turns to Patch and she's like, "You're not funny! You are not funny! That really hurt! Like, really badly! Have you ever been hurt by a tentacle rope? It is not fun! I know how that sounded.
Stay away
but-
from tentacle rotting, thank you very much. So
Yeah.
that didn't actually happen, that was just for a laugh.
No, in headcanon. But yeah, after
So you're
she very flusteredly ties Verena to the ground.
Yeah, I figure right, like, because the mace isn't huge, so like if my octopus is sitting atop the mace and its tentacles are kind of like wrapped around the top of it and like sprayed
Yeah.
out of it, and then you've got the handle sticking out the bottom, it's going to look very much like a tentacle rod.
Oh, for sure.
So you're assisting in securing Lady Verena from being thrown around.
Look,
Apparently.
Yeah.
she's just made this very awkward for Thrash. Thrash is not good with this kind of shit.
Yes,
So
yes,
she's
making,
just
sure,
sort of,
making sure she can't get thrown around, right?
she's just sort
Drows
of
like
run
that
to the
kind of stuff,
railing,
you know.
and she's just
Sorry,
sort of started.
everybody.
No, they're not.
No,
They're
I'm not.
Sorry. She just sort of run to the railing and she started like square hitching, and then she's like, right, this half of the rope is for you, and then she'll sort of start tying the rope around her waist, and then this conversation happens. Then she's like, this half of the rope is for me, okay? I am going to be 25 feet that way. As you can see, nothing is implied from this situation.
Darling, can you wait here a minute? Don't go over there yet.
What?
Just 1 second.
Why?
What did I miss?
We're
They're making
waiting so
me
that I can take my turn.
Yeah.
Alright, I'm so
We're
sorry.
making fun of Grace.
Oh,
So is that everything?
that's...
That's right.
Yes, it would appear so.
Okay.
Alright.
Lady Verena is going to stick out her hand, place it on Thrash's face momentarily, and is going to cast
Disintegrate.
100%.
Word kill. Die.
Is going to cast heroism on both of them.
Oh yeah.
Ooh.
So
that sounds
you're immune to
familiar.
being frightened, and you gain temporary hit points. You gain 5 temporary hit points at the start of each of your turns.
Nice.
Yeah, heroism, great spell.
I like
Yes. So she's gonna do that, and then.
Am
as
I
her
assuming
bonus-
that Thrash has moved over towards Lady Verena?
Yeah, she
yes,
came up to me.
You are
I've scooted
like
her over.
Okay,
that.
alright, I'll just allow it
Um,
because I wasn't here. But, yep.
I'll do that, and then I will command Gadget to go attack.
Alright.
So Gadget will run up to this one that's on the deck, and will attack.
Okay, I guess we're fighting them.
I mean, may as well.
But did you think there was going to be some reasoning involved in this?
Like, hello, Patch. We've come to
Fine.
negotiate with you.
No.
Hello. Hello.
We're
I'm
No,
just-
fuck you. We're gonna kill
No.
you.
Friendly.
Oh.
We're very
Okay, guys,
friendly.
they're not
servants.
friendly. Get them.
Where's their attack? Okay, it's a spell attack, apparently. Cool.
So friendly.
Roll a d20.
Look how huggable they look.
That's a nat 20 from
Oh yeah.
Gadget. So
Nice.
awesome.
This episode sucks. Alright.
No.
Rolling 20s.
Not
You
that.
love it.
I don't think you guys have rolled under a 12 tonight.
Good.
I did, I got an 8.
Probably not.
There you go.
Oh, true.
Watch me roll nat ones for the rest of the night. Now you've said that.
Yeah, exactly.
That's 10 points of force damage.
10 points of force damage.
Yep.
All right. Awesome. 10 points of force damage. That's pretty
my
good.
turn. Mhm.
Excellent.
All right. End of your turn. Patch, you're up next. You see Gadget pounce on this thing and start tearing into it, and you can see some of the water, strangely enough, starts to like dissipate as it is torn from the creature's body, and it hisses in response. What do you do?
Okay. So I'm envisioning I still have some movement range left with tying and stuff. 50 feet of rope, going to lose a few feet to tying it around myself and Drown Ballast and securing it. But imagine we've done it like similar fashion to what they've done on the other side, where it's like the middle of the rope is tied to the thing where I am. And so then I've got a bit of run. If
You've got 5 feet of movement, tops.
5 feet? Okay.
Unless you want to untie yourself.
No, that's good. 5 feet's fine. Okay, let's do... These things look like they're flying at all?
No, they're sort of like coiling upwards like a rattlesnake or like a cobra does.
Alright, no worries. Checking on something. Okay, I'm going to use my action to cast a second level spell. I'm going to need that token we talked about, Sven. Not the other one, but the summon bestial spirit token.
Oh, it's my favorite spell.
It's so good. So I'm going to choose a land creature at this point in time. Yep. Excellent. So what you see is a ghostly apparition of bark appear next to this creature, like right next to Gadget, but like half the size of what bark used to be. And he's all like, and then he lunges at this, and then with my bonus action, I'm like, get him, boy! And he's going to make a number of attacks equal to half the spell's level. The spell's level is 2, so he's going to make one attack. It is one target. Damage will be a d8 plus 4 plus the spell's level, and it's my spell attack modifier to hit. So I will roll that, and it's at advantage because he has pack tactics and he has an ally within 5 feet of it. So spell attack is a +7, so I'm just going to use the one off Guiding Bolt. 26 to hit.
Yeah, 26 hits.
Excellent. Sven not happy. So 4 plus 4 plus 2, so 10 piercing damage.
10 piercing damage.
Yeah.
Let me ask you a question. Is this magical piercing damage? Or is it just normal piercing?
It's a fey creature. It doesn't specify if it's magical or not, but it is a magical summoned creature.
And the piercing's from the bite, right?
I do know that it was like another one that I had. I'm not sure if it's a similar spell, but anything that you summon is considered magical for the resistance damage thing.
Let's Google it.
You may have to check, but I'm like 99% sure it's
Sounds right to me.
magical strikes.
Bestial spirit.
I'm sort of on the fence about it. Attacks on some creatures.
There's nothing specific in the stat block, so...
Spells. It's just spell stats and then modified by the level of the spell. Yep, I'm going to say that's going to be magical for the purposes of overcoming damage immunities or whatever resistances.
Excellent.
Okay, so how much damage in total? 8?
10.
10. So
Yep.
we'll go with 8 then?
10 sounds good.
10
8.
sounds good.
8 it is.
No, 10
All right.
sounds amazing.
Locking in 8.
Yeah. Like 10 damage. I love it. And then I'm going to move 5 feet this way. Just get a little bit closer. And that'll be me. That's action, bonus action, and what movement I can do.
And it is now Sliverbark's turn. He turns towards these creatures. He's like, get off my ship, you foul creatures! And he is going to hold an action. Moving on. Dranbalas, it's your turn. Round 2. Lightning cracks overhead. There's 2 of these strange serpentine water creatures on the deck. What do you want to do?
Dranbalas is sitting back in his chair, not phased, totally calm. It's okay, we've got this. And as the Astromancy archive is floating around him as well, from his hands reaches out a tendril of blue type ethereal energy shooting through the sky towards each of the other players, and he's going to cast Bless at 2nd level so that he can get Sliverbark as well.
Alright. Bless. Talk to us about Bless. Extra.
So, Bless, whenever a target makes an attack roll or a saving throw before the spell ends, the target can roll a d4 and add the number rolled to the attack roll or saving throw.
Okay, so an extra d4 to a d20 roll. No problem at all. Anything else you want to do? Bonus action? Nothing?
I don't think so. I think we're just sort of... I'm building up to start attacking these guys.
Alright.
I want
Smart.
to look after the party first.
Start with the buffing and then move on to the damage dealing. It
Yes.
looks like there's some actual teamwork starting to form amongst this party now. I feel like you guys are actually starting to form into a team. The A team, perhaps?
Oiled machine.
Maybe Dranbalas is Mr. T. Who knows? I don't know how much jewelry he wears.
Alright, I do have a bonus action that I will use.
Alright, Fool, take it.
Shield of Faith.
I pity the fool that thinks
Shield
that Mr. T was the
of
leader of that
faith.
team.
So that's a +2 to your AC, I believe. Yep. Alright, amazing.
Yep.
Concentration. Do give yourself that concentration reminder so we don't forget. And now it's my creature's turn. So, oh wait, you cast Bless, didn't you?
Yes, I did.
Shield
Will have to wait.
Yeah.
Shield can wait.
Gotcha, you cheating son of a bitch.
What if it was a cantrip? Is it a cantrip?
No, it's not.
Nope.
No way you're giving everyone a 1d4 with a with that cantrip.
yeah.
That's not happening.
Yeah.
And you also
also
said you
Shield
were
of
up.
Faith is a cantrip.
No.
Yeah.
It's also
Yeah.
very rare to get a bonus action cantrip.
All right. Okay, so no Shield of Faith, but it's okay. You're all the way at the back of the ship. You live forever. It's one of my creatures' turn. Gadget seems to be the bigger threat here, so it is going to attack Gadget.
Surprise, surprise.
It coils itself. I'm going to kill your animal so quickly. It coils back and strikes out towards Gadget, trying to wrap itself around Gadget. Come on, let me roll good too. 15 to hit.
15.
15, please. Come on.
Just hits.
Yes!
Thank you.
Yay! I'm gonna kill Gadget again. I love killing Gadget. Alright, so it wraps itself around Gadget, and as it does so, you can see its watery form starts to constrict around Gadget, and you can hear like groaning of resistance of Gadget's metal as he takes... Wow, that can't be right. What did I just roll? 1, 2... No, that's right. Okay, 17 points of bludgeoning damage as this thing squeezes the life out of him. And I need you to roll... Oh, no. No. I don't need you to roll anything.
Just 17.
Actually, yeah, no, don't need you to roll anything. It is grappled. So Gadget is grappled and getting the life squeezed out of him. All right. It's my next creature's turn, and this is the one that's up on the forecastle over there. It's going to slither its way down the stairs to there. So it's halfway on the stairs at the moment. And it's going to do the same thing that the other one did to Verena's Steel Defender, but it's going to do it to Verena. So...
no, it's not. No, it's not. I'm going to use my reaction to jump in front of her.
So the reaction will occur after this, because it's a reaction, has to be triggered by something.
Okay.
So
never mind.
You can do that after this attack. That's no problem at all. So 22 is going to be a hit. I imagine. There you go, not too bad. 12 points of bludgeoning damage.
Meets it, beats it, yeah?
Yes.
Okay, never mind. How much damage was that?
Is your AC 22? It can't be.
It's 17 and I can cast shield.
Oh, right. Okay. Alright.
So how much damage was it, sorry?
12 points of bludgeoning damage. And
cool.
It pulls you 5 feet towards it.
Can it when I'm restrained?
Yes, because it's part of its thingamajiggy. You were tied to the deck, right?
Yeah.
I did say you had 5 feet, so that's as far as you can go.
Okay.
So do keep in mind you can't go any further than that. But yeah, it pulls you towards it, and you feel the rope that you used to lash yourself to the railing, like, go taut. You know that you're not going to go any further than that. So that's the end of its turn.
Can I just realized I don't actually have to use my bonus action to command my bestial spirit, so can I retcon that I activated my starry form last turn for my bonus?
Yeah, sure. Yeah, absolutely. Of course.
And I'm
Fingers off the chest piece.
Hey?
Fingers off the chest piece.
New stuff that I'm learning. So it'll be the Dragon Constellation.
Alright, Dragon Constellation. You see a constellation that looks remarkably similar to Drunbalis appear around Patch.
Nice one, love it.
I imagine that must be lifting for Drunbalis' ego, but moving on.
Mechanically, it gives me advantage on concentration checks.
Top of round 3, it's the Storm's turn, and as we move to the top of round 3, you see an arc of that bright arcane energy streak across the sky and strike Sliverbark.
Oh no!
And you see it's like a blinding flash, and it's deafening as well. And when your eyes readjust, you can see it's like cut through one of Sliverbark's branches, and his branch falls limply down to the ground. And you hear him call out in pain. He's like, "Ah!" You can see there's like bits of fiery energy. So he takes 15 points of damage. There we go. But he's fine.
Tree.
Does healing magic work on him, or does it have to be mending?
Don't be racist. It's healing. Okay.
It's a legitimate question. He's made of wood.
It'll be fine. Healing magic will work. Thrash. Top of round 3. You just saw Sliverbark get hit by lightning. Typical tree fashion.
Our NPCs.
You get 5 points of temporary hit points as well.
Who does?
Thrash.
Sweet.
Oh.
Thrash does.
Leave it.
Yeah. You're welcome.
Leave our NPCs alone, Sven.
Okay, first of all, I wrote this NPC. Second of all, I love Sliverbark. And third, I rolled random. So this is not my fault. Literally nothing I can do.
There are.
You could have lied.
No, you've got to realize that there is one pantheon of gods that is superior to the dungeon master in all things. They literally rule this game. Yeah, the dice gods.
The dice gods.
They rule this entire game.
That's true.
All right, so
the game has some minor powers to, do things. But
Thrash.
Thrash. Okay. So I am gonna. What am I gonna do? I think I will run up to Mr. Scary Snake Man over here and hit him really hard twice.
I'm
With
assuming
my
you're
axe.
going to rage.
Yeah, that's the thing that's gonna. I'm already raging.
Okay, so you've used your reaction to rage.
Oh no, I raged a couple rounds ago when I
Yeah, about that.
Yeah.
tied the railing.
Got some
what
bad
damage
news
or
for you.
attacks?
You did not attack anything, and you did not get attacked. So, unfortunately,
You
that
lost your rage.
rage has expired.
Would you like to re-rage?
Yeah, I'd like to rage for a second time using my bonus action. Fuck, I hate this game sometimes. Jesus Christ. Okay. I'll get angry all over again. And then I'll hit it really hard twice this time, and I'm angry because I stopped being angry. That's why I'm angry, because I stopped being angry. Right, let's hit it really hard. In the face. Where is my great axe? Wow, it's been a while. I'm guessing a 24 and a 16 hit.
Yes, they both would hit, but 24 is definitely the better of the two.
Yes, for sure. And I'm going to thwack it like so. Oh yes. That is 14 and nice 12. One of them was nearly max.
Very nice.
All right.
Very nice.
Have you added your? Okay, so we've got to add +4 to that as well for the
Plus
for the
4,
raging.
yeah, for rage.
All right, so
for sure.
that's going to be
Plus 4
6.
for rage.
Well, 2 attacks, 2
Oh,
each.
yeah.
And
so,
the bless.
Bless
well,
for attack.
That's
attack
true.
roll.
Bless is not for the damage. So
Sorry, no.
16 and 14, so that's going to be 30. So yeah, you feel like you didn't quite do as much damage as you would have liked, but it's definitely a good hit.
I did 30 damage.
Your axe isn't magical.
Oh no. That is sad.
Oh.
As
I
your
when I'm raging.
your axe does sink into it, and you feel no. If that's a thing,
No.
no, I don't think it is. So your axe, you feel some resistance to it when your axe slices through this creature's form, and you see some of the water like splash out and go flying beyond the deck of the ship out into the reaches of space. But you don't feel quite as much resistance as you would have liked.
That's okay. Yeah, I was thinking of monks because after at level 3, I think their strikes become like magical.
All right, so
But that's
multi-class
right.
into
I'm
monk?
fine. No.
Oh, okay.
Never.
Verena, you're grappled.
Me. Yes, but I get 5 temporary hit points.
Yes, you get 5 temporary points of hitting.
Cool. Even though I'm grappled, I can still hit things, yeah?
Yes.
Cool.
Not even a
I'm
disadvantage.
going to stab it twice.
Stab at it twice. Okay.
Mm-hmm.
I guess I'll allow it.
So 21 to hit and a nat 20.
Oh, yeah.
All right.
Nice.
Both hits. These are magical weapons, so you know it's going to do
Yep.
full damage.
All right.
That's the crit. That's 18.
18.
And then
I should have more.
15 for the second hit. So 33 damage.
33.
Yep.
All right. That makes it easy.
And then for my bonus action, I will command Gadget to repair themselves.
Okay. So it heals.
Gadget gets 2d8 plus 3 hit
Oh.
points back.
Amazing.
Which is all of them. Awesome.
Cool. All right. Patch.
Okay.
Verena's grappled. She just did massive damage alongside Thrash to this thing. They're fighting for the first time as a, cohesive team.
Yep.
What do you
All
wanna do?
right. Okay. Well, 25 feet from the big guy. So I'm going to use my action to sort of swirl my hand around. It'll ignite with flames. I will very carefully aim to make sure that I do not hit Sliverbuck when I do this, and I'm going to throw that flame cantrip at the creature. So that will be my action. Patch will just like wind up and just like same thing he did to that Hydra, remember?
Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah, 100%. So rolling to hit on that, it will be a regular ranged spell attack with a +7 to hit. I rolled a 5, so I've got a 12.
12 to hit is going to be a miss, unfortunately.
Alright, and then I'll just... Damn it. And now Patch will look over to Sliverbark and just be like, oh, it's gonna be okay, buddy. You'll be alright. It's all good. And he's gonna cast Healing Word with his bonus action.
Okay.
At first level. This will be using a cleric spell. I'll talk to you about that later.
Okay. Alright. What I need you to do...
That'll be...
I need you to roll a 50% mischance on this spell.
Ooh. Okay. I'll roll a D100 and go for getting over 50.
Yep.
Alright. Nah.
Nope. You try to draw on the magical energies of the spell, and nothing answers.
Does that still expend the spell slot?
I'm going to say no,
Okay.
just to be
Um,
a fair dear for once.
but it does still use the bonus action, I would assume.
Yep. Bonus action is still consumed.
Sorry, that normally works. Might be that Talishrin thing.
Never mind. I can help. Bring them to
Yeah.
me. If you
Okay.
can.
Okay, we'll see what we can do.
Then it is Sliverbark's turn. He is going...
Not quite.
Not
It's
quite.
my Bestial Spirit's turn, and it's going to
Bestial
attack again.
Spirit's turn.
I'm gonna command it to attack. It
Fucking
goes
Bestial
in my
Spirit.
initiative order, but it acts immediately after I do. Oops, no, it's not paralyzed. It's going to attack, so D20 plus stuff. That's not going to hit, so... Oh, it has advantage, because pack tactics. Nat 20.
Natural 20. Yeah, that's going to hit. Don't forget,
Yep,
guys, you
yep.
have that bless to use as well, so...
So it's
Oh, we
normally-
also have an advantage. Someone redeemed one earlier.
Oh,
Yeah,
I'm
not
I've
sure
got that
if
up
you saw
on
that.
there. So yeah,
it's
you've got 2
normally
health
D8.
potions, a guidance, and an advantage on the table at the moment.
Awesome. So 2d8 for the critical damage will be 11, plus 4 is 15, plus 2 for the spell's level 17 magical piercing damage.
Wow, 17 with this tiny little thing.
Critical hit.
Oh my god! All right, that's a good hit, and it's magical damage we've determined. So yeah, no, that's a solid hit.
Now mini bark
Yeah.
just goes.
Mini bark is better than the real bark. You should have gotten rid of the
Yes.
real bark way earlier.
Yes.
I'm sorry I didn't kill him earlier. Alright.
I also needed to be a level 3 druid to be able to do this, so yeah, these things needed to happen. Yeah, that's me. So
Dran Ballas. It's not your turn. Because you hear behind you the water that's dripping off the top of the captain's cabin there. Stops dripping for a second, and you, what the hell is going on? You turn around and you can see that it's starting to fall on an angle and starting to form into the shape of a humanoid creature all the way on the aft deck. And it's this creature's turn.
uh-oh.
That's so elemental.
Yeah, that's bad.
It's its turn, so with its turn, I'm going to say that forming there is its movement action.
Did Sliverbark have a turn?
He did, but he's holding an action. because
Okay.
there's not really much that he can do from where he is. Let's have a look here. I don't think it can do anything to you because it's too far away. Nope. So you're okay for now because it's too far away. It can't reach you. But it is now your turn, Dranbalis. You see this thing forming behind you.
Yeah, definitely. Seeing this thing appear behind me, I would have stood up, gotten out of the chair. Pretty much instinctively, you just see all of the gaps between Dranbalis' scales start to light up in arcing energy as it grows and grows. And I'm going to use my initiative on this one.
Your initiative.
And yep, initiative.
Your inspiration.
Sorry, inspiration. Yep. And I'm going to cast Chromatic Orb at it at 3rd level. So I'll roll that out first. Oh shit, 16. Does that hit it?
A 16. It's not wearing armor, so actually, yes, that does hit.
Right. Okay, because I'm going to use my Channel Divinity to just automatically make it max damage, which is 5d8s.
Oh shit! All right, 5d8. So that's 40 points of damage.
Yes.
All right. That is pretty nasty, and I hate it, and I don't like it, so I'm not allowing it.
That would be, yeah, my turn.
Yeah, your chromatic orb, it's like this shimmering orb of like pulsating different colors, like rainbow colors, and it just slams into this creature, and you just see water just go spraying off the back of the deck. Alright, it's a couple of my creatures' turn. It's this one's turn first, and it has Gadget already, so it's just going to attack Gadget again. Because why wouldn't it? 18 to hit?
Yep.
For 16 points of bludgeoning damage as it constricts Gadget, trying to break Gadget in half by pure force. That's its turn. Then we're going to the next one's turn, and it is going to attack. Ooh, you've both attacked it. You've both done a bunch of damage here. It is going to release...
It has me grappled, so...
the grapple on Verena.
Cool. I'll take
And you see it as it starts to slither up over the side of the railing. You can take an attack of opportunity if you want to.
100%.
Alright, and that counts for you too as well, Thrash, if you want.
Wait.
It's 27 to hit.
Yep. Hits. Oh my god, you guys are just killing
Rolling rocks.
10 points.
Killing it. Actually, you know what, Thrash? Don't worry about it. Because Verena, you kill this thing as it tries to jump overboard for all intents and purposes. And
Nice. Because I missed.
You see it as it starts to move over the side, and you slash it, and it just like falls apart, and the water just like goes falling down the side of the deck, down into the far reaches of the wild space. You've killed one of these creatures. Alright, moving on. It is the bat's turn, which moves on Dranbalis' turn. We won't worry too much about that. So, top of round 4. Alright. Top of round 4. So, you guys can feel, as this combat is continuing on, the water, or the rain, gets heavier and heavier and colder, and it starts to take on, like, an icy aspect as it turns into like a sleet storm all around you. I need everyone to make a dexterity saving throw.
Don't forget your +4.
I'm going to make Sliverbark roll that too, because I'm sure his dexterity
Oh,
is amazing.
fuck.
9.
Alright,
I think that's the end of our good rolls.
Sliverbark rolled a
I got
1.
a nat 20. I don't know.
Okay. Oh, nat 20. All right.
Mm-hmm.
Awesome. So, everyone who rolled above... I don't have a thing here, so I'm going to say above a 12 is going to...
Verena.
is saves. Everyone else is going to take 11 points of damage. Those people who
this
save
is definitely different.
take half of that damage as this, icy hail just pelts the deck. Yes, Thrash.
Do I take half of the halved damage? How is this working?
You're raging. Yeah, you take quarter damage. So half of that would be 6. So 3 points of damage.
Yeah.
Alrighty, then I can see
15
those.
I need to make
concentration. I'm okay, right? Off
Yes.
11 damage?
Yep.
Yeah, sweet.
Yeah, do I need to make a con save as well?
Yes, if you're taking damage, if you're making concentration checks, it'll just be 10.
Yeah.
I don't know why I made a con save.
Plus 4, so yeah.
Because everyone else was, you just wanted
Not
to feel like you were
concentrating.
part of it.
I got a nat 20. Is that helpful?
Yeah, your spell, you really maintain that imaginary spell.
Thank you.
Good work. Okay, alright, so that happens. Then it is Thrash. It's your turn.
That's how she stays raging, right?
Yeah, she took damage, so sure.
No.
Yeah, no, I mean concentration check. That's how she stays raging.
Oh, okay, yeah, I'm willing to homebrew that.
Yeah. I'm going to run over and thwack this one over here.
Get it.
Okay.
Wow. It's gonna cop a nice little great axe in the back.
Just so everyone's aware,
my good rolls are over.
I'm so sorry, but we're going a bit long tonight. We're going long. I'm sorry.
Yeah.
It's
I
happening.
figured I'm cool with this.
My good rolls are over. That is a 17 and a 12.
Alright, so 17, yes, 12, no.
Are you blessed?
I am blessed. Thank
So,
you very much. for
Both of them are a
reminding me.
yes.
Both of them are a
Yes,
yes?
because
Awesome.
it's gonna hit.
Okay. Whack with my great axe. 1
Do I
damage.
Do I get pulled along with this because I'm attached to her?
Oh,
Yes.
I think my understanding. Are you guys attached to each other, or are you each attached to the railing by a separate section of rope?
No, we're attached to each other.
Oh,
Yeah,
And
we're
then to
attached
the
to each other
railing.
in Sliverbark.
okay.
Oh, I don't know how
Yeah,
to rule
Sliverbark, yeah.
this. Yeah,
Well,
look,
I mean, she's strong, so...
you get pulled over 5 feet to your right because you
She'll
should be able to
live.
maintain 5 feet of distance between each other.
Cool.
So that's 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9.
But you know what?
Lousy damage.
Roll a dexterity saving throw for me, Verena.
Oh, that was just a regular one. That's 12. Oh, wait, plus a d4. It's 13.
You're okay. She almost pulls you off your feet as she just runs over there with disregard. How many points of damage was it total?
Like 13. It's pretty
13.
negligible. 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16. Sorry.
16? Final answer?
Mm.
Okay.
Mm.
Shit. I just did the wrong thing there. Okay. That's okay. I can fix it. No worries at all. Verena, you're up.
Mm-hmm.
You've been the main
Cool.
damage dealer so far.
Apparently.
Apparently.
Hey.
I'll
Don't know about that.
scoot
Yeah.
about in here. I'll get Gadget to move over slightly to make room for me. Gadget can just scoot on over there. Cool. And I will make 2 attacks. That's an 11 to hit and a 25 to hit.
The 25 just hits.
Damn. That's 13 points of damage.
Did I mention this one's wearing full plate mail +3?
In water form.
In what?
And then Gadget will make a attack I'll just use my same to hit because it's the same. That's 16 to hit for Gadget.
16. Yes, that's a hit.
Cool. That's
Could kill it.
3. No, it won't. That's
Nope.
4 points of damage.
Doesn't kill it.
I can hopefully finish it off.
So 4 points of damage.
Yep, from
Alright,
Gadget.
no worries. Patch.
Okay. Feeling like this one might need a little bit more punch. Patch will pull his star map from his belt before he was casting barehanded because he did need focus.
It gets rained on and falls apart in your hands. Thunder.
Magical. Thank you very much. In which case, I'll reach into my pouch and pull out some other components, and but I'm going to point my star map, and in a very familiar, sort of scene that you see now, the twinkling light begins to brighten and glow, and then shoots down his arm, leaps out of the star map towards the elemental that's south of us.
Mm-hmm.
I'm going to cast Guiding Bolt at first level using my star map, so not a spell slot.
All right. That's 2 hit, right? Spell attack?
Yes, it is. Am I at any kind of disadvantage or anything? I wasn't last time.
No, you should be fine.
Yeah. Awesome. Rolling to hit. 21 to hit. I'm guessing that's a hit, so Guiding Bolt, right, here we go. 4d6 radiant damage.
Okay, it's dead.
Oh, that's on the elemental.
Oh, that's on the elemental. It's not dead.
Okay, 18 radiant damage.
18 radiant damage. No problem at all. So.
And then... Alright, something in mind for bonus action. So whoever attacks that thing next will have advantage.
Alright. Sliverbark's turn. He's still just looking around confused. And now it's my water elemental's turn. Unless you had something else to do, Patch?
Yeah, bonus action, and I've got bonus action and my pet to do yet. So I'm going to, as a bonus action, I'm going to hidden step and turn invisible, and have my dog bite
Alright.
the snaky thing.
Smart. Invisible, but the rope is still there, so...
Oh, yeah. Okay. But I'm still harder to see, so...
It's still harder to see. You're going to be harder to hit, but it still knows
Yeah.
where you are if it wanted to
Yeah,
attack you.
Yeah, you still target me.
Alright.
Rolling... won't let me roll these ones with advantage, apparently, so... that's the first attempt. This is the second one. Plus, what is it?
What are you rolling here?
My beast's attack.
Oh, right, yeah, of course.
It's to hit bonus.
No.
My spell attack. It's my spell attack modifier. It's +7, so 16.
Yes.
Okay, excellent. That'll be a D8 plus.
It's dead.
6. Okay.
Your tiny little ethereal bark just rips it to pieces.
Nice one. And then
water flying all
terrain
over the
theme, I
place.
take it.
Sorry?
Difficult terrain.
Yes.
Alright, and then he will instinctively run 15 feet over towards me. And that will be me.
Alright, okay, awesome. Okay, leaving the tank of the party to fight the water elemental. That's just smart. Okay,
100%. I mean, I tried. I did some damage to it.
this
What else can I do?
water-like shape in the form of a person moves over towards the spell-jamming helm where Dronbalis is tied onto, and it goes to, first of all, it like reaches back with its hand and goes to punch Dronbalis in the back of the head. Let's have a look here. Oh yeah, it's gonna be good with a 24. to hit him.
To hit.
It's going to be a hit. For 12 points of bludgeoning damage, as you just feel this force. Imagine being hit with like one of those firefighting hoses, those high pressure hoses, just right in the back of the head. But it doesn't stop there, because it just moves over the top of you, and it's almost like you're being like drowned in a pool, for all intents and purposes.
Awesome.
So
would it like to make a dex save as it does it?
I need you to make a strength saving throw.
Oh,
The strength save for Drambalis and a dex save for the elemental. Interesting.
Why does the...
because I'm using my reaction of Wrath of Storm.
It needs to make a dex save. Alright, so dex save is 17.
It'll take half.
That passes, yeah, so it'll take half of 2d8.
Half of 2d8, yep, no problem.
10. So it'll take 5.
5 points of damage. Alright, chipping away here.
Yep. I've taken my damage off, and my strength roll was pretty poor. 11.
11, okay, so that's not enough. As it moves over the top of you, the water starts to surge all around you, sort of like a vortex, and sort of try and crush you. And you take an extra 13 points of bludgeoning damage.
Oh, I'm down. I'm out.
And you're grappled, but you're also down, so that doesn't really matter. Alright, so you are down. Great.
Oh, guys, need some help over here.
You guys lose your bless, by the way.
Yep, figured as much.
Alright, so it was going to be Drambalis' turn, but so I need a... You know what? I'm going to roll your death saving throw.
Alright.
I'm not going to tell you what it is. Okay, I rolled it. Moving on. Top of round 5. So,
Me.
it's my Storm's turn.
Oh, it's not me.
Okay. We did that one. And nothing happens. Thrash, it's your turn. The sleet starts to calm down.
Starts to calm down.
Yep.
Seeing Drambalis go down, Thrash is going to untie herself.
I'm not sure if you can see that
and-
actually, but anyway.
Across the boat.
Across the other end of the ship, it's up higher, it's on the other side of Sliverbark.
True.
It's a large creature.
Mhm.
So
I'll let you decide.
I think it's going to have some hefty cover through Sliverbark, but
True. Well, Patch said he needed help anyway.
Okay.
So Thrash will just untie herself, and you said it's still difficult terrain, you said?
Yes.
I can still easy peasy get there with my movement, that's fine. I'm gonna make my way over here. That is 40 feet of movement, so I'd be using my Tabaxi movement as well
Okay.
as my bonus action. I'm still raging because I've taken damage.
I'll allow it.
can I pass her my mace as she goes past me?
You got
On
an
my
inspiration,
belt.
buddy?
Yes, I do.
Give it.
Oh,
Yes.
Yep, absolutely.
fucking
All right,
give
you
it
now
a
have
mace.
Bonk the magical mace.
Sorry,
Okay.
that's the dumbest thing I've ever heard. Sounds
That's
like
what
a
I said.
90s TV show.
That's what it does. It goes bonk, right? This is how Furbolgs name things.
It's Bonk the Magical Mace. Sorry, keep going. It's like the postman patch.
So
So,
it's way less
what the
damage
fuck
than
is
you-
this for?
Like it's magic. It's actually probably not that great because it's like it does half as much damage as your great axe anyway on the dice roll, but it means all of your modifier damage won't get halved.
Up to you.
I've just gotta quickly add the. Oh, luckily I've already got a mace in here. How great is that? I never gave it back apparently. So,
Good to know you're handling the inventory.
Yeah, I'm doing such a good job as treasurer. Ali,
Verena.
don't fire me, please.
I mean, considering you're not my treasurer, then yeah.
Yeah. I am going to hit it, and as Thrash brings the mace down upon this creature, she's gonna say, "It's magic, bitch!" and then she's gonna hit it.
I'd like to also mention that we have ethereal health potions.
Oh yeah,
Got a couple
That
of
would have been
those.
nice to use.
So,
very useful.
So we got a 16 and a 9.
no on the 9, yes on the 16. The 16 is a hit.
Woo! Okay, here we go with the bonk. Oh, that is fucked. Okay, that is 6 points of damage.
Alright, but that all goes through, so it's probably the same amount of damage as you would have done with your axe. But it all goes through. Alright, so...
Except with this, you could put a shield on and have higher AC.
Alright, end of your turn, Lady
Why would I need
Verena.
a shield?
Ooh.
Companions are falling. It's all falling apart. You just started to work like a
Apparently.
team.
And I've got Drambalis covered.
Drambalis is permanently dead.
No, he's not.
I'm sorry, I'm keeping you all up, guys. Alright.
I'm loving
I'll
it.
It's okay.
over here. Wait.
Froth, by the
No,
way,
come on.
thank you so much. I know I'm keeping you up very, very late tonight.
That's all good, bro. No worries, man. Shit.
Also, don't worry too much about Drambalis. I've got him.
That's fine. I'm gonna cast Firebolt.
Alright, I'm going to give it a little +2
okay.
to its AC from its positioning. Up on
Cool.
the rear deck there. So...
So 10 to hit. Doesn't hit.
no.
And then I'll tell Gadget to heal himself.
Okay. Patch. Coup de grace. Drumballis.
Oh.
Yeah, 100%. That's exactly, no, that is not what I'm gonna do. Just checking that thing. Yeah. Oh. Okay.
I'm going to tell you what.
The
Drumballis is still inside this thing.
yeah, I know.
And shit's
Right.
about to get way worse unless you can do something really
I can.
good.
I can. It's all good. I just realized I was running the dragon wrong. It's not that I get advantage. It means on my con checks, I treat a roll of a 9 as a 10, or like 9 or lower as a 10.
Okay.
When my dragon is active, like, I can't get lower than a
Alright.
12 on a concentration check.
Alright, you haven't failed anything, so it's all good.
Yeah, it's fine. But because of what I need to do, it's like,
But know your character
Little
from
mini-
now on, please.
hey,
So know your character from now on, please.
new things. So as little mini buck is like running towards Patch just before he makes it there, Patch is like, I'm sorry buddy, I'll see you again soon, and he just kind of like disappears as Patch ends his concentration on the spell to turn around and then reach his hand out towards Drambalis and cast Healing Spirit. It's a 2nd level healing spell, druid spell, so it should work. Can't rely on my cleric spells right now. And Healing Spirit does the following. You call forth a nature spirit. I'll send it to the game log. You call forth a nature spirit to soothe the wounded. The intangible spirit appears in a space that is 5-foot cube you can see within range. The spirit looks like a transparent beast or fey, your choice. It will also look like bark. Until the spell ends, whenever you or a creature you can see moves into the spirit space for the first time on a turn or starts its turn there, you can cause the spirit to restore 1d6 hit points to that creature, no action required. The spirit can't heal constructs or undead. It can heal a number of times equal to 1 plus your spellcasting ability modifier, which is 4, so 5 times total. After healing that number of times, the spirit disappears and I can move it as a bonus action. So that is now sitting directly in the same space as Drambalis and the Elemental. So on Drambalis' next turn, at the beginning of his turn, he'll get a d6 hit points.
Ooh.
Please tell me he heals me by licking my face.
Absolutely does.
So it's gone into the water elemental.
And
Dronebalus as well.
And into Dronebalus.
it's an incorporeal spirit.
Huh.
It has no hit points. It's just a healing spell that is like a space.
Okay. All right. So it just goes in there. All right. Okay. That's fine.
Yeah.
All right. Great.
So that's my action. Oh, sorry, no, that's my bonus action to do that. And that is a leveled spell. That is a second level spell. So that's 2 second level spell slots are burned now.
All right.
And then I'm going to use my action to throw a produce flame cantrip at the fucker.
All
For
right,
15
but that's
to
going to
hit.
be through Thrash, so that's going to be a 13 to hit. I'm going to say that's going to be a miss.
Okay, no worries. Worth a try.
Righty then. For those people who are watching, I impose a -2 disadvantage to hit for firing through an ally's space. All right.
All
Now
right,
it's
so
my-
I've moved the bark token over that you gave me.
Yep.
And I'll leave it at that size, but it is a taking up a 5-foot square, a cube. Around Dronebalus is the effect of this spell.
All right. I've got some good news for you. I've got some bad news for you. Good news is its ability that it used to bring Dronebalus down did not recharge. The bad news is it could still just strike him. No, it can't
That's
because
fine.
it's inside of him. So I'm going to say it's just going to punch Thrash in the face this time. All right, Thrash.
Oh, yay!
This one's coming at you, and
I
it.
do enjoy being punched in the face.
Oh no! Actually, I did it wrong last time. It only attacked once last time, so it's going to attack twice this time. The second one's going to be a 15 to hit. That's going to be a miss, if I'm not mistaken.
No, that actually hits.
That's a hit! Yay!
Yeah, that's a hit, yeah.
That's
Alright.
why a shield.
12 points of bludgeoning damage as you get hit in the
Yeah,
face.
6 points of bludgeoning damage. Nice try. I have that magic thing too.
Screw you. Alright. Dronebalus, you're inside this water elemental. The water is like rushing around you. If you want to get out, you can't breathe, but you can make a escape.
You get 1 hit
Roll.
point.
I have another idea. I'm on 1 hit point. I'm inside this ball of water.
Yep.
Things are going crazy. Let me just sort out my character sheet for a second. 'Cause I
Anyone
need
else
to-
can move
yeah.
through that space, and I can trigger it when you do so.
That's
When
okay.
you do it on your turn.
So I am going to,
For that.
as the water's coursing around him, he instantly disappears from that spot, casting Misty Step,
Oh, I like it.
and reappears 30 feet away,
Very nice.
back over, we'll go to full 30. We'll get back to here next to Sliverbuck.
Completely forgot that Thrash and Verena were supposed to be tied together, but okay. So
No, I
you.
untied
yourself.
myself.
Okay,
She
alright,
did,
cool.
yeah.
Sorry, I didn't catch that
I
part.
untied
So
myself.
you disappear in a flash of smoke, and the rope that was tied around your waist just sort of severs where it's tied around your waist and falls limply down and starts floating around inside the water elemental as you reappear somewhere next to Sliverbark. Anything else?
No.
Yep.
No.
Okay.
That's it.
Alright, cool. Then we go to the top of round 6. Holy shit, this has been a fun combat. Alright, 6.
Really has.
It means it's my Storm's turn again.
Yeah.
What have we got for
Fucking
round
Storm.
6? So, round 6, all of a sudden another one of those blinding flashes of arcane energy streaks from the thunderclouds around you and strikes the water elemental.
Yes. Yes.
Doing an unknown
Kill it.
amount of damage to it, but I tell you, it's a significant amount of damage. Thrash, you're up.
Sweet. Let's kill this thing. Let's do it. I'm gonna use the axe this time just because I feel like I can chip away at it a little bit faster.
Okay.
For lack of a better word. Hacha. That is a 23. Hacha. Oh, and we're rolling. Never mind. I was gonna say we're rolling Goodall again, but no. So that's a 23.
Can I point out that I did hit this thing with a guiding bolt, and so far no one's used that advantage.
Oh, you can use that advantage. If you
Oh,
want to
well,
use.
I'll use that advantage if that's okay.
Nope.
And it's wasted. No, it's not. Okay,
That's right.
that's good.
So
No,
23
it's not.
and a
Okay.
16. Those are both hits.
10 and 11, so that's 21, 22, 23, 24, 25 damage.
Nice.
Okay, not too bad.
Is that math bad?
No, that's
Is
all
that
right.
math bad? No.
I don't
Okay.
think so. No.
No, yeah.
2 hits, plus
Yeah.
2 per hit. It's plus 4 to 21, 25. Yeah.
That's still a pretty solid hit, and this thing is losing a lot of its form now. Lady Verena.
Awesome. Gonna run up my 15 feet that I can do. Gadget will get up here with Gadget's movement, and then I will get Gadget to attack. Is a +8, I believe, to attack is. So just do that. It's a 14 to hit. That probably doesn't hit.
That hits just.
That does? Okay,
Yes.
awesome. That is.
Oh.
Oh?
You're firing through Gadget space. Gadget's pretty small. It's
No,
fine.
this is Gadget.
Oh, this is Gadget.
fighting.
Okay, alright, sorry.
Yeah. That's.
Another 4 points.
4 points.
Okay, still up. What's next? Sorry, you've frozen.
Oh, I'm frozen.
Oh,
I'm
no,
good.
you're back again. I can hear you.
Awesome.
16 damage.
Yeah, that's 5 damage from me.
Alright. So, Gadget runs over there, starts pulling away at this creature's form, biting at it, clawing at it, just force rending this thing to absolute pieces. On the simultaneously, Thrash is on the other side, just beating away at it with her axe. And it's not being quite as effective as she was like. But that's never stopped her before in the past. So she keeps swinging away, and every swing, little bits of it are chipped away. And then Verena steps up onto the deck, and Thrash, you can see all of a sudden this thing just glow a bright orange as Verena hits it with a firebolt, and it bursts into like steam
Flames.
vapor,
Yeah.
and rises up into the air
Nice.
to dissipate into the storm around you. Now, just going to move things along a little bit.
If combat's ending, can I use the last remaining uses of this spell I've got active?
What is that?
The
Sure.
healing spirit.
Yeah,
I can
you
use
do
one
that.
more time.
That's fine.
Cool.
So,
Mini Bark will run past Lick Verena once, and then go and Lick Drambalis 3 more times. So 1d6 for Verena.
don't worry too much about it. We can, you can do the healing between episodes. So, these creatures now defeated. After a while, the storm starts to dissipate around you. For hours, you continue to push through the storm clouds, and before long, the wrath of the tempest gradually begins to calm. The lashing rain starts to settle into a more gentle cadence, and the cracking thunder starts to fade into just another memory. The clouds around you begin to take on a different hue. As the light of the system's sun begins to pierce through the veil, you hear a flapping sound and a thud. And you turn to see what appears to be, it looks like a large white gull perched on the railing. It regards you each in turn, nonchalantly, before its gaze falls on Patch. Patch, what is this fucking bird called?
This is the Colonel.
Alright. So, Patch got a new familiar, guys.
We have a new friend.
Um,
No, that was too much cry out.
we can't hear
Seagull?
you when you
I'm
do
going
that.
for seagull. Oh, okay. Best.
But yeah, it's like a space seagull for all intents and purposes, and you're like, what's this thing doing out here in the far reaches of Wildspace? But after a while, the clouds start to part, and the warm rays of sunlight begin to pierce through. A school of fish-like creatures dart across the bow of the ship and part, revealing a city built atop an asteroid in the near distance. The sunlight reflecting off shingled roofs, and ships of all shapes and sizes are moored at the dock that juts out from one end of the rock. Sliverbark chuckles as you all watch in awe, and you hear him say, "Behold, Bral!"
All right.
And we'll see you next week.
We made it. We made it, guys. Woohoo. Yeah.
We didn't die.